Alrighty, let's see how good this is working. Check 1 2. I guess as far as been a while since we got into this demo for Car Mechanic Sim 26. Already got it prepped up here, I guess, as far as to do the V8 swap here in the pickup. Oh no, so we cloudy out there? No, we're cloudy over here. No rain, but definitely a little bit cloudy here. So I need to get this fired up. Just getting everything going. There we go. Nice. Okay, cool. So all the redeems should be good. Yeah, definitely no rain. It's just very cloudy. We did get some rain in the overnight, but that's about it. So good to be inside, I guess, as far as and just get some car mechanicing in. So I do got it all set up. I basically restarted with a new save. Had to do all the tutorial, I guess, as far as to get to this point. Yeah, to get to this point, I guess, as far as to be able to do the V8 swap. So it did kind of require me to do that in order to be able to get skill points and stuff like that, I guess, as far as properly. Also to get enough money. I guess, as far as to do what we want to do. So what I'm going to try and do is get this pickup, I guess, as far as fully restored and repaired as we can. I guess as far as also to swap that out. Hello in there, yeah, once again there, Thunderlane, welcome on in. And welcome in everybody, I guess as far as, so, yeah, I've been being told, I guess, as far as that we can do a lot of work on, I guess, as far as on the truck, I guess, as far as, so we're going to try this out.
Welcome to the party, pal.
And we got Racer Batman coming to the party. Welcome into the party, Racer Batman. We're just getting started, so getting things fired up here. So we got the crane, got our stand. We're going to build that engine. So we got nothing in the inventory, just to kind of clarify where we're at. Anyway, yeah, that lizard always got to make his appearance. Got to make sure the lizard is happy. I got to make sure that I did get the engine. We want to do this turbo V8 for our pickup. So this is part of the modular system that they have in 26, where you can put V8s, V6s, whatever, if it is available on the vehicles. And we can only do this, most of all this that we're going to do today, to this pickup. This is our own personal pickup. Brand new brand, I guess, as far as they're bringing in there, called the Censor. Kind of like the makeshift, I guess, as far as GMC Sonoma. Yep, if you got those radiator problems, we'll probably fix the radiator. Well, now, we don't have the ability, I guess, as far as to repair parts. I guess as far as on this one, we can only buy new ones. So we're going to make heavy use, I guess, as far as of the store system, I guess, as far as that are in this game. I guess as far as you have to order parts, you can instant deliver and all that good stuff. So after redoing, I guess, as far as some of the tutorial cars, which there's 3 story cars, it did get me back into, kind of shake the rust off, I guess, as far as to get back into that rhythm, I guess, as far as with the way this one went, because it's a little bit different. It's definitely a little bit different. So this truck does run. We got it. We brought it in from outside into the garage. And if I'm thinking about this right, we got the engine in there that we want to build on the stand. I should be able to go. That's what I got to double check here. So go into here, go into engine. We want that dude. I think we've got to go like this. And then change engine type. And if we go to... I'm just going to remember which one we want here. Oh, I forgot how to do it now. Yeah, this is 26, so I got to remember how we did that again. So to be able to get that engine that we want... can't remember how I did that now, so... Change engine type. We want to build this engine. And then we want to accept... Wait a minute. Whoa. Hold on. Not what I wanted. Oh, no, I think I broke it already. Son of a gun, I thought I had this all set up. We want this. Yeah, this is a little bit used to. So the fact that we can put different engines than just one set there, I got to remember. So we go to the shopping list, main shop. Oh, we got to go to the engine shop. That's right. So we want to go here. That's what I missed. So go to the engine shop. Very much different, I guess, as far as than we were used to in 21. So we want to pick the vehicle that we want to work on, which is this one. We want this family of engine. And then we can choose this here. And then we can... This is what I find is kind of interesting, because we can actually buy all the parts we need for that by going this route. So we can go right through the list. These are all the parts we're going to need to build that, to include... the engine block should be in here too. Where's the engine block? So we got the heads, head covers. There's the engine block. So yeah, we can buy all the parts right here. Because as far as by choosing that engine in the engine shop. Oh, we got Racer Batman's on a 25 Stream Street.
God, sorry.
Come
on, everybody, we're going.
I don't know. It might be a little chilly out there. I guess as far as with the cloudy. So I don't know. You might want to put the clothes back on. You might want to put the clothes back on, I guess, as far as if it's a little bit cloudy over there. We've gotten up today only to... What is it today? I don't even think we hit the 60s. I think we're somewhere in the low 60s. It's a lot cooler, I guess, as far as it has been here lately. We've got Thunderlink calling the Shrieking Popo, I guess, as far as on Racer Batman. It's supposed to close back on. So, anyway, which is kind of neat about this is kind of go back here a little bit. You can choose the engine in the engine shop based on which one you know that can go in the vehicle. You pick the vehicle, and then you can choose it, and then once you go into there, into the engine shop, it shows you all the parts that you'll need. Now, it doesn't necessarily put it in the quantity that you need. So, like, you might need, we're going to need 2 heads, for example, 1 block, so on. So, I don't know. Oh yeah, that's a totally separate game, I guess, as far as on that one, they're Thunder Lane. This is totally separate. So as far as crankshaft bearings, it doesn't really tell us how many we need. So we have to kind of guess, I guess, as far as on some of these parts. Like this one, we only need 1. I think we need 2 camshafts at least. I guess as far as 2 heads, that's pretty obvious. I don't know how many idlers, but it at least gives you which parts you're going to need for it. So let's do... Oh no, that's totally different game. This is a totally different game. Totally different animal. So we want to add this to the list. And it's going to show it, I guess, as far as on the list. And we can finalize it. Let's see, we're going to get our alternator. We don't have any of these items. We got to go through one by one. So I guess we need 1 arm. 1 belt tensioner. So there's 2 different types of belt tensioner. Okay. Probably going to need at least 2 cam gears. I don't remember if this is a dual overhead cam or not. But we'll get 2 of those. 2 cams. It's going to be at least 2 cams. We get a clutch plate. Pressure plate. Throw out bearing. 1 crank. I'm thinking we're going to need at least 3 crankshaft bearings. I'm going by what it was in 21. I'm pretty sure it's going to be at least 3 of these. We need a harmonic balancer. I already got the block. Block this on there. And it kind of gives you this little icon to kind of let you know. I don't know why I didn't put it on these, but this is on the list. So I don't know why I didn't put the icon for these. That's on the list. But it definitely did for the engine block. So we need 2 heads. We're going to need 2 covers. Actually, we'll need... I wonder if they're both A's and not... Okay, hold on. Oh, what did you do? Go back over here. So... What is this slider here? I don't know, it looks like there's a slider here. I don't know why that's... I don't know why it's showing. I'm guessing you gotta have an A and a B. Let's see here. So you can't take the phone out in the rain, is that it? I don't know. I'm gonna get 1 of those at least. That's the A. I wonder why this doesn't let me slide. Oh, there it goes. Okay, where did I leave off though? Okay, here's the B. Yep, I see it now. Yeah, it wasn't letting me slide there for some reason, so we got the B. Got our exhaust manifold. I know we're gonna need probably 2 of those. Yeah. Flywheel. Flywheel. Sorry to hear that there, Thunderlane, if you gotta miss some of it. Probably need 2 fuel rails. 1 gearbox. This is why I need to make sure I had enough credits, because as far as this adds up pretty quick. Probably need at least 1 idler. I'm sure I'm gonna need more of these, but probably at least 1 ignition coil, 2 ignition wires. This is a V8, so we'll get 2 of those. Looking to see if there was an A, B, and all that good stuff. 1 intake manifold, 1 oil filter, oil pan, piston ring. So we're gonna need 8 of those, since we do have 8 pistons in this V8. That seems to make sense. 8 pistons, of course, yeah. Alright, now if we slide it over, okay, where's the pistons? There's the pistons. Next thing, we need a power steering pump. That's this one. Rod cap, so we should need... Yeah, so there are some things that are similar, I guess, as far as the 21. Obviously, this is different where you go into the specific shop and then put the items in there. What it's nice is what we didn't have in 21 is what parts go to an engine build. You just pick the engine and then you had to go to the engine stand, I guess, as far as to determine what parts you needed. So this is definitely new for 26. So we need 8 of these rod caps for the pistons. Get those onto the crank. So there is a little bit of knowing how many parts you're going to need of these that it shows. Need 1 belt. We need 8 plugs, of course. Try and buy as much of this as we can in one go. We're going to buy 1 starter. I think it only has 1 throttle. It might be 2. I'm going to get at least 1. Need a timing belt A, timing belt B, timing cover, of course. Transfer case. So this is a 4x4. Water pump. And a water pump pulley. Alright, so that should be... Now, this is something else I came into aiming to find working on the story cars. Yeah, there's going to be some parts for sure that I'm probably going to miss, because I'm not 100% sure how many we're going to need. I'm just taking a guess on some of the idlers and stuff like that. But one thing I did come to find by doing the story cars is you have a limited... I don't know if it's just going to be in the demo or if it's going to be on the full release. We do have a limit to your inventory. I think it's 75 items. When you hit that limit, you got to kind of purge out, I guess, as far as some things from your inventory in order to be able to do some of the other things. So, hopefully that doesn't continue to be a problem for us with this one. So, looks like we got everything we need. Let's go ahead and finalize. Now, we have the option to order it instantly, which we'll get it by 8 in the morning tomorrow. I guess that'll be for tomorrow delivery. So we can sleep, I guess, as far as to get to the next day to have this delivered. So let's go ahead and finalize that. Now we do have the option, I guess, as far as to do instant delivery if we wanted to. It does cost you, I guess, as far as to do that too. So that's definitely something new in 26. So we're going to get those parts tomorrow morning, I guess, as far as we're going to need to sleep. And then we'll have it delivered outside. You can't take the phone. Yeah, go make sure the bratty cats gets as far as taken care of. We're gonna go ahead and take a nap. I know it's a little bit early, but this is how the mechanic works. I guess as far as we don't want to wait here until 8 in the morning. It's twiddling our thumbs, so we're gonna go ahead and sleep, and it'll tell you, I guess, as far as how long. We want to go to at least 8 in the morning. See if it'll let me. So we can go till 6 in the morning, it looks like. So we're going to do a full 12 hours of sleep. And it's got the day-night cycles and all that stuff. It's got, I think it's got rain, too. So, definitely something that we have not had in 21. So just a few things. So we're right out in bushy-tailed here at 6:30 in the morning, basically. We're waiting for our delivery. So I did all the story cards, I guess, as far as already, so we don't have that. We've already concluded all that. I did have to use the test path, which this is kind of a different thing. So I think while we're waiting for our parts to come in here, we're going to do some other things to the truck. We'll get this engine out of there. So we got a turbo, I think it's a turbo V6. We want to upgrade it, so we're going to build that V8. I think this ought to be fun. Got to drain the oil and all that good stuff. So another really cool thing I like about this game is how you move things around in the garage. So it's not like you select it, gets as far as and it just plops it over there. You can actually pick it up and move it wherever you want. Like I can put this oil drain tub, I guess, as far as anywhere once I'm done with it. Fully customizable garage. Let's use that to drain it out. I think the oil's in pretty good shape. Sun's trying to come up yet. Okay, let's move this out of the way. Alright, so let's do some stuff here. So I guess we'll do, I think what I want to do. I want to get this engine out of here. That's what we want to do. Is let's get this dismantled so we can get it out of here. So all this is going to be brand new. Putting the new V8 turbo as far as into it. So we'll just rip all this out. We did start off with a clean inventory. So we got nothing in the inventory. Cool. So we'll get our drive shaft off and get this all dismantled. Pretty rough shape, I guess, as far as too, so we're gonna make it better. It is kind of nice that they did make a lot of the things similar to 21. They didn't. It's not a drastic change. Probably the one biggest thing to get used to is having to buy the parts in the fashion that we do. Yep, we do have that four-wheel drive, so we got to take the front prop off. He's a little rusty down here, but not too terrible. Yeah, you got a different playlist, I guess, as far as for the background music too. I guess as far as in here, so we got a new playlist for that. I don't know if they're copyright or not. I know I didn't get any strikes from when we did the demo release day back like in March, end of March. So okay, what are we missing here? Okay, take the starter off. Yep. Now we don't have the means to be able to repair parts if they're in the repair level. So we're gonna, if we want to, we'll probably end up having to replace all this stuff because we don't have that ability for the repair table. That's what's kind of limited on the demo. So we're gonna have to buy all these parts, get it all freshened up, and it might use up all our money. Oop, missed a bolt somewhere right there. She's hiding behind me. We may only be able to just do the engine and drive, just the drivetrain. May not be able to get to the suspension. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. See how much money we got left and what we can do to the truck. Just as we expect, I guess, as far as there's going to be limitations, I guess, as far as to demo. Can I zoom in? Yes, I can. Doesn't let me refocus. Focus. Alright, so we got that out. Is that enough to get the engine pulled? Looks like it should be. We might have to take that off. Kind of interesting. So we got two different, the way they got that designed. So it does have a turbo, I think, on this one. So we got a pretty interesting exhaust manifold on each side of this one. Alright, let's see if we can get that pulled. We might have to take that exhaust manifold off. So they kind of simplified the up and down for the lift too, I guess, as far as you got individual buttons, whereas before, from what I can remember, you had one button. You either had to push it once to go up and twice to go down, something like that. So they kind of simplified that. Let's see if we can get this pulled. Well, this actually has a swap engine in this one too. Let's see if we can pull it out. So we gotta drain the coolant. So this is something else that's new for 26. It requires you to have to redrain the fluids before you can pull the engine, which I think is solid. That's what you'd want to do in reality. So let's do... Oh no, Grill's coming in here. What's going on here, Grills? Hopefully didn't... I know the shop floor might be a little bit slippery, so you gotta watch your step. Sorry about that, Grills. What's going on here today? We need to drain this puppy out. So let's go to Wait, how do we get into that? We just lurking today, I guess, as far as well. We appreciate the lurk there, Grills. Appreciate you stopping in. We're going to checking out the demo for 26 again. We can do some more stuff to the truck that we have not done yet. Drain this puppy out so we can pull this engine. Yeah, it's been, I've been being told, I guess, as far as you can do a lot more with the truck. I think what we did last time we were in this, with the truck, from what I can remember, I guess, as far as we only put another V6 in this, but we didn't do the V8, so we're going to do the V8 in this puppy. The fact that we have that option to do it, I think that's pretty cool. Alright, so let's see if we can pull it now. And we got WC Gamer screaming on in. How we doing here? So we got to do power steering fluid too, so all the fluids. This is definitely something new that they've added to 26. No problem there, girls. I guess as far as stay safe on the road.
On the road again.
Get on that road again. How do we do, WC Gamer? Let's do, we need to drain. Drain that power steering, that cherry juice out. Cool. Alright, so that's drained. So now can we pull it? I think that's all the fluids, other than we already did the oil. See if it'll let us pull it now. And sure does. Nice. So we didn't have to take the exhaust manifolds out, so she's out of there. So it's showing right now for the V6. We're going to swap once we get this built. So we have the option on here to be able to swap which one we're going to do. And we're going to do the V8 that we're going to build. We got to build the engine first, obviously. So did our parts get here yet? Yep, our parts should be out here. We ordered all our parts for a V8 build. They're right here in this box. Oh, our inventory's full. Yep. Grinding away in the snow runner. See, my inventory is already full. So how did my inventory get full here? Hold on. So there's our V6. We took all these parts off. See, it fills up pretty quick. So you're limited on the inventory. I don't know if that's going to be the case in the full release, but we do have the limitation there. So it did pull some of these parts out of that box. That's interesting. So did it not get it all? How did it do that? Let me see that. Nope, we still got some parts out here in the box. So it did pull out what it could before it filled it up there. So I guess we're going to try and build this engine. Let's do this. We're going to go... wait a minute. How do we... Hold on. I want them part mount. Engine informations. We're building, yep, the turbo V8 4x4, yeah. So, how do I put part mount? There we go. Put the block on there. There we go. Now we're rolling. We're building our V8 engine to put in our truck. So, we got our crank. Cool. So we'll be able to clear out some of the inventory by doing it this way. And be able to get some of the other stuff out of the crate that's from the delivery. We did order a lot of parts. I took a big chunk out of our funds there too. So probably good, almost 20,000 I guess, as far as to get all these parts that we need here for the V8 build. So yeah, what's really cool in comparison to 21 is you can put like the engine stand and the crane wherever you want. You're not sure if you like this game yet. I'm hoping they do refine it, especially on the shopping list aspect to it. But we're not to be expected, I guess, as far as that this is how it's going to look in the final release. They've been taking a lot of feedback, I guess, as far as since the demo release back in March, and that's when I came to find that there's a lot more you can do to the truck than we thought. So I wanted to, try out. So it is a dual overhead cam. So I only got 2 cams. So I kind of shorted myself on that. I took a guess that I knew I needed at least 2 cams, but we need 2 more. So it is a dual overhead cam. That's confirmed. We'll put in there what we can, and we'll have to order the rest. I was kind of thinking it was a dual overhead cam, but I wasn't 100% sure. Now we know for sure. So we got our intake. I'm gonna do bottom end on this actually. So let's rotate it. Well, it won't work on the bottom end. But I should have my rod caps in that. Yep, got our crank bearings. I took a guess at that we needed 3, and that was a pretty good guess. So if you are familiar, I guess, as far as with how many parts, I guess, as far as on the V8 builds that are in 21, shouldn't have too much of a problem on this one. I kind of misguessed as far as the fact that this is a dual overhead cam. So we're going to have to buy a couple more cams and a couple more cam gears. This is not a big deal. I mean, it's not perfect, don't get me wrong, but I think some refinements like we're limited in the demo as far as what we can do. Like, we can't repair parts yet. We'll have that ability, I guess, as far as in the full release, so I'm looking forward to that. The cars that they do provide, I guess, as far as in the demo for the mission cars, the story cars, you got to do quite a bit of work on them. Quite a bit of work on them to get you used to changing out tires and building on the engine and such like that. Kind of gets you prepared, I guess, as far as that's all the demo in this case was designed to do, was just to get you used to some of the new things that are being applied, I guess, as far as to this version in comparison to what you're used to. So some of the things are the same, some are a little bit different. Yo, Thunderlane's back. So the kitty's all taken care of, so we've got our oil pan. That'll finish up our bottom end. So I don't know how much of the suspension I want to redo. We'll see. Oh, you had a rain jacket on? That's good. No release set. So the word that's going around is that sometime by the end of the year. So, yeah, probably last quarter. Quarter 4, I guess, as far as, you know what, I'm gonna put, yeah, we'll put the 2 on this side, and we gotta order 2 more. No problem. So are these specific? So that's 4 specific for the AXK5. Okay, so we're gonna have to put 2 more of these on the list. So did that add that to the list? Let me go check my tablet. Go to here. I did put the camshaft on, and we're gonna need 2 of those. So let's put that on the list. We need 2 more of these. Add that. So that's on the shopping list. Cool. Working on that. So we're going to need 2 more of these as well. So we'll put that on the list. So as we put it on the list, go to here. Well, that's a good thing there, Thunderlane. You can stick around here now. So we need 2 more of these. That's on the list. If we go back to here, it'll tell us what's so we haven't bought these things yet, so it just keeps it in here in queue, so when we're ready to order the stuff, you can just finalize it and get them delivered. Awesome sauce. Feels good to be kind of accomplished in that regard. So we don't have any more cams, just to confirm. Yep, so it's telling me we don't have those. Let's confirm. So let's put our intake on. We should have that. Yeah, don't be wrecking Thunderlane's enjoyment of the stream there, weather. Did we get our filter? Did get a filter, nice. I don't think I got plugs yet. We did not get our plugs yet. So we'll order 8 plugs. Let's put those on the list. Go to our tablet. Gotta go to here. Put our spark plugs. We need 8 new spark plugs. You know what? Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. I think I might have already ordered spark plugs. Hate when that happens. Hopefully it, I think I did get the plugs already. Hold on a minute. I think I did get plugs already. They're in the box. So our inventory is reduced down since we got some parts Let's check our box. Wait, what the heck? Oh, we gotta go to normal mode. There we go. We got the rest of the items out of the box. So we should have our plugs already. Yep, we do got our plugs, so just want to make sure. So we got the rest of the stuff that was in our crate. So it's kind of neat if you've got an overabundance of things and it overflows your inventory, it just leaves it out here. And then once you get it, you get your inventory down, I guess, as far as... I don't know if that's going to remain the same in the full release. I hope there's this ability, I guess, as far as to increase your inventory. That's going to get... It fills up pretty quick, as we can see. Let's go ahead and mount our plugs. So far, we're doing pretty good on this V8 build that we're going to put in our pickup. I think it's kind of neat that we can actually upgrade it from a V6 to a V8. This is part of the modular system for the engines that they have. So even if we wanted to add a supercharger to this one, which I don't know if we have the ability, so we want to go supercharger instead of turbo, I think we can do that. Okay, so we don't have these two cams ordered yet. Okay, so we'll leave those off. Yeah, we're hoping to get this one rebuilt so we can do some burnouts in it. So we got the one turbo. I don't remember if there was one or two of these. We'll have to confirm that on the other side. No push rods or rockers on this one. It looks like I just gotta get the head covers. Oh, we need to put the cams in there, that's right. What are we missing here? Oh, you're getting a workout that way. That's nice. I did get a bike ride in earlier, so a couple of jobs I went to today, I guess, as far as we just rolled the bike over. Pedaled the bike over. There's a raffle. Get on that raffle while it's hot. We gotta order the other two. We'll get the one side of the engine done, at least, anyway. Wow, I had a massive sneeze there. Alright, so timing belt. Belt tensioner. So we had two different types of belt tensioners. Assuming for each side. So this is what I've noticed with like that. It's not like the same type of belt tensioners. Brake systems are different too. They have different cylinders and stuff like that for depending on the setup. So a lot of new components, I guess, as far as have been applied. Pretty neat. Alright, so we don't have the rest of the build this side. So we got our power steering. Trying to apply the stuff that we do have. I zoom out. So I'm not noticing the ability, I guess, as far as to refocus once you're in the mount mode. I'm sure that's going to be updated upon full release. Ooh. Yeah, the 160 update, the two things that I'm liking out of the 160 for ATS, at least anyway, is the low details widget and also the adjustability in your sleep. So you can adjust how long you sleep, so either more or less, depending. Just whatever suits your fancy. That's a nice feature. There are some other things that are added there that I won't use. I probably won't use, but it's kind of nice that it's there for the folks that like to use those, like the game radio and such like that. What are they complaining about? Okay, we've got our oil filter. So, okay, we're gonna need this other side here to get done. So we gotta order those parts. Filters on. I think I already got the clutch plate. Yeah. Got our pressure plate and throwout bearing. So what I haven't noticed in this demo is they haven't added the ability to put the automatic trans fluid into... No, so that hasn't been added as a fluid. Which kind of makes me sad. I'm hoping to... Oh, yeah. Yeah, so that's why I tend to use a lot of mods that are on the Steam Workshop. because those will get updated quicker, I guess, as far as in the third-party mods, you know, outside of the workshop. But also I keep the mods low. Like I think I'm only using like maybe a couple dozen mods, not a whole lot of mods, I guess, as far as for that. And I haven't had any issue. In that regard. So I think we got, what do we got still in our inventory? So we got this arm, other tensioner. We're gonna need the belt. I could probably put the crankshaft pulley on, yeah. So, okay, we can't put that on yet until we get the timing stuff on. Okay, gotcha. Let's see. So gearbox, idler. Just trying to see what else I can put on here. Nah, it's the better of us. So the timing cover. I do have the timing belt B, but I need the cam gears. Yeah, I know there's quite a few people that use a lot of mods, and it's like if you use a lot of mods, it's just not all of them are going to get updated right away. That's why I kind of keep it to a minimum on the mods. Okay, so what do I got on my shotgun? I gotta check my shotgun list. I want to get as much ordered as I can, so I don't have to keep waiting too long. I'll probably do an instant delivery on this one. Because I made the mistake, I guess, as far as not ordering these with my first order. I'm going to go ahead and probably just change this to instant delivery. And it's only 166 credits, I guess, as far as for that. Let's go ahead and finalize that. So this is kind of the difference that they've had now. So instant delivery, it does cost you a little bit, I guess, as far as to get them right away, as opposed to waiting for them. But how many steps do you got on the basement stairs there? I know the stairs that I've got to go downstairs, if I don't take the elevator, I got like 40 steps to go from one floor to the next. Nice. You gonna count them? Let's see. Spark mount. So we can do these two cams. Get this side done. 14, pretty decent. So yeah, I know I got 40. There's 20 steps, I guess, as far as between each floor. So the landing and like that. So I got 20 steps on each run, if that makes sense. So we got 20, then a landing, and then another 20. Okay, so we can put this timing belt on. Be able to close this side of the engine up. Get the other belt tensioner. So it's two different. Oh, I don't have this one. What the world? So I gotta order that. Okay. Yeah, basically 14 overall. But what's this tensioner then? Did I get the wrong? The heck? Well, this one's a BT1250. What is the one I need here? ET 1800. Interesting. Okay, so I guess we got to put that on the list. How did I order the wrong stuff? Okay, so let's do this. Nope, I can take these spark plugs off here. So the way I've come to understand to get into here to edit this, you go to more information, and then you can edit. You can edit your parts list here as far as going in the more info. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. So information. I want to go on this part. I want to go delete because I don't need those. I do need that tensioner though. Okay, we'll get that on the list. So apparently I must have got the wrong. I got two of these. When was that again? The 1250. I wonder why it didn't show that when we were in the initial parts list, I guess, as far as for the build. And tell me about that one. Yep. Don't overwork yourself. Don't overwork yourself. So we got that on the list, and it does show you, if you look at the thumbnail over there, that little yellow icon there that shows us we do have it on the list to be able to buy that. Was that all we missed here? Kind of crazy that we got to wait on this part to be able to button up the front end. I might do another instant delivery as far as to get that, because obviously I missed it somehow. So let's go into here. We'll do another instant delivery. Okay, so let's do... So it's on the list. We're going to go here and order one of these BT 1800s. We already got the other one, so we just need one. That's good. And now we should be able to go back to here, and we'll finalize. We'll do an instant delivery on that one too. 107 credits just to order that, just to get that one part. You really got to manage how many parts you're buying individually, as far as, because it will cost you. All right, so we needed that right now. We don't want time to wait. I guess as far as, I don't mind waiting for an abundance of parts, but not just one or two parts. That's kind of silly. Let's go part mounts. Put that tensioner on, and then that should allow us to button up the front end. Right, meow. Okay, we already had the timing covered. That's good. So we had to buy a couple of parts, instant delivery. So just to kind of get a feel for how all of that works. So we already got our water pump, yeah. All these parts we should already have. Oh yeah, you get poor reception there. So now we can put the head covers on. That makes sense there, Thunderline. Set screw. I do kind of like how they refined the colors, I guess, as far as on the parts here. Like this engine here, from what I remember, used to be, it had the red head covers. So they kind of generalized it more now. I never liked the look of that dual overhead cam V8 in 21. But I think they refined this one pretty well. Nice, she's looking good. That screw. Now, I've made the bucket list thing I was hoping they would do, is make it requirement to put a proper torque sequence and torque spec. Right, those concrete walls are so dense. Signal just can't get through. We've all been there. So again, I already got this arm. Nice. I think I got one on this side too. Yep, got one on this side too. So I need that part. Let's go ahead and get that on the list. Yep, so that's on the list. So we already got our water pump pulley. Might have to do another instant delivery on that arm. See, and I kind of, they only ordered like one of each type of idler, so we definitely need more. Definitely need more. We'll put on what we have and we'll order some more. Yep, so now we're out of those. So, oh, so I gotta get, that's 2. We do have that one. We need 2 of those. 3 of those. Need 4 more of those. Okay, so let's put that on the list. So those are 126. Yep, these are all 126. We need 4 of those. Put that on the list. Let's go to our deal here. So let's go here. Got the arm on there. Cool. Let's get one of those arms. And it crosses it off on the list too. That's kind of nice. So it lets you know that you've already got it in the shopping cart. We need 4 of these puppies. Okay, add that to our list. Get that finalized. We'll probably do another instant delivery on that. We can finish up our front end. We did get spark plugs already in there. Okay, what else we got left in our inventory? So this tensioner must be for serpentine belt on the outside. Okay. Coils, gearbox, wires. Okay, so where's all that go? So I guess we gotta get... Oh, there we go. Put spark plugs in. Wait, I took that out. Hold on a minute. Get back in there. Do I need ignition coils? The heck? Yeah, we don't want to forget about those for sure. Oh, we got to put the ignition coil on. That's right. I knew that. A little bit different. So I was expecting the coils to go on the plugs. This one's a little bit different. Gotcha. Okay, so we can put the wires on. Yeah, that's a little bit different. Interesting. So we got to get this other arm to put that other coil on. Get this side on. Yeah, I kind of like the refinements here. It's a little bit different. So before we used to put the ignition coils right over top of the plugs. Now we got the separate ignition coil wires going into the plugs. That's pretty neat. So what else do we have that we can put on? So I can't put this other side on until I get that arm. Got to get this arm. So I wonder, I need that other coil. Yeah, so I even need another coil. We already got the wires, as well as that arm. I'm just trying to manage this out so we can order parts. We don't have to keep doing instant delivery. So we need that arm. We need another one of these coils. What's a CC975? Let's put that on the list. So here, get another coil. Get that ordered. And we already had the wires, right? Wires we're already good on. Okay. So I think that's all we need. We got the 4 idlers. Got that arm. We already got the plugs in there, so that's good. So we'll go ahead and instant deliver all of that stuff. So here, whoops. Yep, so coil, 4 idlers, and that arm. Okay, let's finalize that. We're going to do another instant delivery. 124 credits for those items. Okay, so not too bad. Trying to keep it to a minimum on the cost for the instant delivery. Pretty big box, I guess, as far as for those 4 items. Alright, now we should be able to finish up our front end. Part mount. There we go. So we got all of our idlers. They went a little bit downgrade. So I remember this engine, it had a buttload of idlers. I mean, it still has a lot of idlers. But I think they kind of went a little easy on the idlers now. Okay, we should be able to put this belt on. Already have. Beautiful. So, yeah, majority of the parts when you initially try to build an engine, it gives you most of them, so we don't have that idler. Crap, we're going to have to put that one on the list. Okay, we'll put that one back on the list. And this idler is tensioner. Okay, there's that tensioner. So, different types of belt tensioners for the timing belt in comparison to our serpentine belt out here. We still need that. We should have this arm. Yep. And we should have another coil. There we go. Beautiful. Now, one thing that I noticed ordering the parts for this one here, we didn't have the separate electronics shop to get parts like the wires and such. Seems to be all in one main shop. So that's kind of been a little bit more condensed from before. So we just need that idler to be able to finish up our front end. Okay, just making sure here. So we got our gearbox, starter, and the transfer case. So, okay, we'll just get that last idler, I guess, as far as instant delivered. So let's go here. Open list. This one, we just need one of those. Add it. Cool. And then if we go here, we'll finalize that. And that's going to cost us 102 credits. It only costs us 20 credits for the part. 102 credits to get it delivered right now. Go ahead and do it. Yeah, so pretty big cost, I guess, as far as it's like 10 times more expensive when you order the individual parts, instant delivery. So kind of a downside, I guess, as far as that too. I try to order as many parts, I guess, as far as you can at once, just to take advantage of that instant delivery charge. Yeah, exactly. But if you want it right meow, that's the convenience. As opposed to waiting for it. Okay, so I think that engine build is done. I think that is complete. So that's our V8 turbo that we're going to slap in this puppy. What I want to try to do is see if we can replace some of the front suspension on that. Yep, shell out that money as far as you want that same day delivery. That's kind of the whole idea. So I'm kind of debating how deep I want to go into the suspension on this, because we already used about 18,000 credits. Right, meow. What I could do, just thought of that, we could probably sell this guy 1,481 credits full. Because we're not going to use that again. That's the original engine. That's the V6. Well, that'll give us some credits. And we can definitely sell all this stuff that went with that V6 as well. We're going to get all new parts. We can't repair any of this anyway, so yeah, let's sell that and all of this. So we can get some monies. So we can upgrade suspension on our pickup. Not a lot, I guess, as far as on some of these used parts, but it's a little bit. So another thing we don't have in the demo, which I'm assuming they're going to have, is being able to scrap stuff. You know, get the scrap points. We not 100% sure if that's going to be available in the full release, but as of right now, we don't have it. Let's take our front tires off here. We'll get the suspension done. So yeah, the unscrewing and all that is pretty slow because we don't have the skill upgraded. We're a little bit limited on the what we can upgrade in here. Yeah, so we've been able to get to level 2 on some of the stuff, but yeah, so we're kind of limited on what we can upgrade is all. Another thing I wanted to check here, apparently you do have access to the warehouse, which is here. You do have access to the warehouse, I guess, as far as if you want to, so if you got too much in your inventory, for example, you can dump it in here. If you need to. So I think there's one there, and I think there's one on the other end here too. If I remember right. Nope, I guess it is just the one. But I think you can not move this. This warehouse access seems to be. Let me double check here. Yeah, so this. Can you move this? Oh, you can move it. Okay, so neat. So you can actually move this if you don't want it in this spot. You can actually move that. That's kind of cool. We're going to leave it right there. So yeah, the fact that you can modify your garage layout, you can remove things, add things. We're not too worried about that in the demo, but that's going to be a nice feature. Yeah. So that's kind of another reason why I came into this game, just to kind of see what I missed. There was a lot to be found. The fact that we can even do as much more on the pickup than I thought. I thought it was pretty. I thought it was pretty much what it is. That's right. These are kind of like a Corvette ZR1 type of style rim, I noticed. So what I really like too, and I've pointed this out on the demo release, you got a two-part caliper system on the disc brakes. So it's not just one full caliper, you got to actually take it apart in 2 parts. It's actually 3 parts if you consider the pads. It's kind of neat. So yeah, we'll work on just the front end here for now. Kind of clean it up here before we put the fresh V8 engine in there. So it is a 4-wheel drive, so obviously we have the axles onto that. Yeah, it's very rusty. That's right, it's pretty rusty. So none of these parts we'll be able to repair, but we can replace them. We'll see how much we can afford to replace. A lot of the parts, you know, as we can see, as far as are pretty similar to what we've had in 21. Nothing too unfamiliar about that. We got to take the end link out. Yeah, I'm not really sure how deep we want to go on this. We'll see. Hopefully we don't run out of money. Yeah, it's good for all the vegetation, I guess, as far as get a little bit of rain. Okay, let's get this other side. Yeah, a lot of these parts in here, I'm kind of digging the way they did this, especially on the disc brakes. Not a lot of refinement on the drum brakes. The grass definitely likes the rain. Okay, get our wheel hub out. I wish there was a means to at least test out the repair table. Unfortunately, we don't have that. At least not yet. We'll get these arms off. Tad bit rusty. Yeah, we're hoping to be able to get this one, get this engine slapped in here, and we'll give it a test run. I'll have to break these down. So we do have a spring compression tool. Now, that end link out. Lower control arm. What would I miss over here? We're gonna get the tie rod out. Yeah, kind of somewhat the same workflow for it, but there's also like some parts you got to take off before others. So like you can't take the subframe out until you get the bushings out. So it kind of forces to take parts off in a certain order. So yeah, we can't take this out until we get the bushings out. So kind of the same idea as it was in 21. A lot of that hasn't changed. Steering rack, so there's our front differential. Got to get these other bushings out. I'm gonna try and order all this stuff, and we'll get as much of the front end as we can get up here. So we'll have to take the shock assemblies apart. Okay, there we go. Cool. Front end is all out. Pretty gutted out. Alright, so let's go over to our spring compression tool over here. And let's get them separated. Gotta keep them separated. Separate. Getting some buds on the tomatoes. Nice. So yeah, see how fast that the inventory filled up, I guess, as far as by taking all the front suspension off. Yep, fills up pretty quick. So because we cannot, oh, it's a big tomatoes. Nice. We cannot repair any of this, even if it is in that zone, as we are used to be able to repair. So we don't have the repair table. So we got, if we want to upgrade, I don't even want to say upgrade. If we want to make these nice and shiny, we're gonna have to order all these parts. We're gonna have to order all these parts. So let's put that on the list. We'll do a front differential, steering rack, front sway. Probably got 2 knuckles. Yep, 2 knuckles. So what I've noticed in here, when they're stacked, so it said 2 in there. If you go in it this way, you can order the parts like that, and I'll put them both on there. Because obviously that's symmetrical, I guess, as far as in that regard. So that's kind of nice the way it does that. So that's on the list. So it shows you this little icon here to show that things are stacked, that there's more than one. So if you go into it like this, put it on the list, it marks both of them on the list to get 2 of them. It's kind of nice. So we're gonna need 2 of these. We'll need 2 springs. I don't know how much of this we're going to be able to order. Depends on how much money we have available. We'll do as much as we can. Oh yeah, if you make a lot of BLTs, that's part of the BLT is this tomato. Couple of tie rods. That makes sense. We'll do that. Put them on the list. Rubber bushings, that should be 4. So there's different types of rubber bushings, because I know I took the rubber bushings out of the subframe. Interesting. Why does it only show 2? That should be more than 2 anyway. Because we had 4 in the subframe and then 2 in each control arm, so that should be more than 2. Oh, there they are. So are they different types of bushings? Nope, they're all RBU 60. So I need how many of these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, that should be about right. So 12, just like in 21 to get as far. So you need 8 of them for the control arms and 4 for the subframe. But yeah, we need 12 of them. Let's go ahead and... Nope, I don't want to sell these. Go into here like this. We need to put them on the list. And it does mark them all. Nice. But did that say 12? Oh, it does say 12. I thought it said 2. My bad. So it does have 12. I couldn't barely see the 1. So it did mark it right. So we need 2 of those. I just read it wrong. So we got our backing plates. 2 hubs. Yeah, so that's pretty much the same as it is in 21 to have the 12 rubber bushings. I'm just kind of comparing what we're used to in 21. We need 2 rotors. So we don't have the means to machine, so you can buy them the lathe for brake lathing, but you can't use it. It's not available in the demo. I already confirmed that, I guess, as far as on our last playthrough. So we'll put these on the list. So we got 2 of those. Brake calipers. We need 2 of these. Yep, one for each side. Gonna be a lot of stuff. 2 pads. Need 2 caliper pistons. They don't call them cylinders, they call them pistons, as they should be. So put those on the list. Brake calipers. This is the other part of that. Caliper system, and what do we got here? So that's our rims. I'm not going to worry about those right now. We're just going to get all the front suspension stuff right now. So let's go ahead and check our list. There's everything on the shopping list. Why is it only... Wait, so why is it only got a quantity of 1 for a lot of this? Need 2 of those. Oh, we're in the wrong shop. Maybe that's why. Hold on a minute. So we gotta go back to the main shop. This is something else that's kind of hard to get used to. I guess as far as got to be in the right store. Order stuff. Okay, so that's that. We should need 2 of these. Why is it only showing 1? Oh, we got 2. Oh, they're different models. So one's a E162 and 61. So they're different caliper brackets. Is that right? Kind of confused on that. Oh, I need 2 of these or what? This is... Hold on a minute. This is the other portion of that. Why does it only show 1? Yeah, I'm confused right now. So when I went into the stack and I put those on and it marked them, I guess as far as like that, it only put one item on the shopping list. That should have put 2. It should have. I'm a little bit confused on that. Even like the pads, we should need 2 of those, not just 1. Yeah, that's not the way that should work. So if I'm marking those independently, it should actually mark that item 2 onto that. I don't know why it didn't do that. So anyway, we're going to do 2. Do it the way we know we need to do it. So we need 2 of these. I don't know if that's the way they meant it to be or not. It should... like the rubber bushings, for example. Let's look at the rubber bushings. We'd have the rubber bushings on our list. Yeah, right here. It's only showing 1. So we know we need 12. So that's a problem. So you have to definitely keep that in mind, I guess, as far as that it's not counting how many you actually need on this list. All right, so we know we need 12 of these. I feel like it's kind of a miscue on that design. So we need 2 of these pistons. 2 of these caliper brackets. I will say I do like it, the fact that it will cross it off once you've ordered it. That way you know you're not buying more than what you need. That is kind of nice. So pros and cons to it. 2 of those. Now on this drive shaft, I don't know if I need 1 or 2. We got the 2 sides for the 4-wheel drive. I think we needed 2 of those. That is X126. Let me look in my inventory. I think there was 2 of those. Where's that drive shaft at? I'm gonna figure this out. Yeah, there's 2 of those. So we do need 2 of those, even though it did list it only once on there. So we gotta switch back over here. We do need 2 of these. We need 2 rotors, ventilated, yes. Wheel hubs, we need 2 of those. Front wheel hub, 2 of those. Buckles. I hope I got enough money. Need 2 of these backing plates. Okay. Crosses it off. Suspension arms, need 2 of those. Outer tie rods, need 2 of those. Rear tie rods, need 2 of those. 1 for either side. Shock absorbers. So yeah, this is for our shock assemblies. Need 2 of those. Front springs. And we have to put these back together. Cap for those, 2 of those. Bottom. Those. Knuckles, I need 2 of those. Alright, that we only need 1. That we can confirm. 1 of those, 1 steering rack. Front differential, just 1. And cross member, we need just 1. That's our subframe. Cool, so that's all those items. So we should be able to order that in one fell swoop. And we'll probably do a sleep. Yep, we're already at 8 o'clock at night, I guess, as far as getting this far, I guess, as far as with our V8 engine swap build on our pickup. So let's go here. We'll finalize this thing. We'll have it delivered to change this up. Have it go 8 in the morning. Yep, we'll finalize that. That'll be the nice chunk of stuff there. Now, we're going to have to probably empty some of this stuff here. Oh yeah, all their beacons and the... yeah, picking up the road. I'll probably need to clear out some of my inventory, because I think it's going to get full once we get that box. We already got 59 items in here out of 75. So I wonder if I should go ahead and sell some of this stuff just to free up some of my inventory so that when I get the box, I'll have the ability to put it in my inventory. I have to do that. We'll see how much we can put in our inventory first. So that's going to be, we're going to get that at 8 o'clock in the morning, so we're going to go upstairs and take a nap. Go upstairs and take a nap. This is a totally new thing, I guess, as far as for 26, being able to sleep. Yep, what we're going to do, I'm going to go like that. And we're going full sleep. Full sleep. So just like in ATS there, you can control how long you sleep, how many hours you sleep, which is kind of nice. Well, if you know you got stuff coming at 8 in the morning, I want to be up before that. So we're up just before that and be able to await the delivery. Plus a little bit of management in that regard. So in a few minutes here, we should be able to get that delivery. I could probably put the engine in, actually, I guess, as far as even without the subframe in there. Try that out. See if we can put it in there without the subframe. So we'll take this off the stand. And we're going to have to do a swap on this one here because it originally had the V6. And we want to put that V8. Yeah. And we built this guy. Is he going to let me do it? Move components, so we got to take the ECU out. That's for the V6. I got you. We got to take that ECU out for that. We got to get a different ECU. This ECU. Yep. Take that out of there. So apparently that ECU does not go with the V8, which makes sense. Let's see if we can swap her now. We want to go on that dude. And accepts what? Noise. We just had to take that out of there. So can we put it in there now? Yep, ECU, electrical control unit. You're right. Now we can put our V8 in there. Ta-da! So nice. I like that new system that they got for the engines. I guess as far as to be able to swap out. And it even lets you know, I guess as far as what other parts don't go with that engine, like that ECU. We're going to have to get a separate ECU, so we probably got more stuff we got to do. Yep, so we need a different ECU type F. We're going to put that on the list. Order that separate. But the V8 is in there. Nice. Okay, let's get this button up on the bottom end. Did our stuff get delivered? Not yet. We got a couple minutes yet. Okay, cool. Let's button up our bottom end. So we upgraded from a V6 to a V8 in this puppy. Let's get our brand new gearbox. Still got a decent amount of money yet. Not too shabby. We have spent a good chunk of money though, so probably at this point a good 20,000? 20,000 credits to get what we needed. We gotta get some new exhausts. Starter should be good. Yep, we ordered ourselves a new starter. And we're about ready to get do a burnout on this thing. Looking forward to it. So we're gonna need some new exhaust. Yep. So components from the V6 we cannot use those, so we need 2 of those. 3093. Yep, need 2 of those. Put that on the list. This one on the list. Okay, and let's check our deal here. So we got that on the shopping list. We got our ECU, and I got 2 those downpipes. Nice. We're gonna try and order those all in one fall swoop. So transfer case, we can put that on. Nice, nice, nice. I'm liking this. So nice. Okay, drive shaft. Do we need a new one? So we can't use the one that we had. Different setup. So I have to put that on the list. Alrighty then. So we'll probably order all of our new exhausts for this setup. So we got the downpipes in there already. Let's get catalytic converters. Get that on the list. Get that on the list. Middle mufflers. That on the list. That on the list. Pipes. And we probably got mufflers. Mm-hmm. Yep. Don't want to forget the muffler bearings too. We'll get that. We'll make sure that's on the list too. Cool. So that's our new exhaust. So just check our list here. Yep. 2 rear mufflers, 2 exhaust pipes, 2 middle mufflers, 2 catalytic converters, 1 drive shaft, 2 downpipes. Nice. So we'll probably order that separate. I guess as far as we'll have it delivered the next day. But at least we got it this far. To kind of minimize our same day delivery. We got our parts all here, so let's go ahead and check and see what we got here. So our inventory is full, but it did take out what we could. So our bushings and all that. Yeah, once we get to the fluids, we'll do the fluids last. Definitely get those fluids last. So what did it take out of here? So it didn't give me my subframe. Needed that subframe. Alright, so what I'll do... Let's go ahead and sell those. Front differential. Gotta sell some of this stuff and free up some stuff so I can get more out of here. What else did it pull out here? Need my subframe. Where my subframe at? Still didn't give me my subframe. Alright, we're gonna have to sell some more stuff. We can free up some inventory.
Welcome to the party, pal!
Yo, we got Fango coming in. Welcome into the party there, Fango. What's going on today? Yeah, let's go ahead and sell both of those. Get a little bit of funds off of those as well. Got 2 of those. Got to free up some inventory. Now we do have the excuse me, we do have the option to sell in bulk. You know what? I might just try this one here. I guess as far as some of this we got to sell. You're just surviving. I appreciate you stopping in. Yeah, we're checking out some more things with 26 that we missed in the initial demo release back in end of March. And we're gonna sell some of that. That should free up some inventory. Our inventory is still full. Did you give me my subframe yet? Looking for my subframe. Still didn't give me my subframe. Where the heck's my subframe? Egg nabbit. Alright, we're gonna leave that in there. So what else can we sell? Go ahead. Nope, that's our tires. We're gonna hold on to those yet. Yeah, it's a little bit slippery in the floor yet. I didn't mop that up yet, so careful where you're stepping. Dang it, Bobby. So we can sell this dude. We're gonna have to put some parts together. Do I got enough to put our shock assemblies together? I think we do. Still got some things in our crate. Okay, let's put our yeah, let's put these shock assemblies together. Got all of those components. All new parts. Kind of fix up our pickup there a little bit. Okay, so I think some of this stuff we can put in there. I was hoping to get the subframe. We don't have the subframe yet. Nope. So it's still in our crate. Some good combos there. Appreciate the combos. Our knuckles. Got to free up some more inventory so we can get out of our crate. So we got new bushings. We should. Yep. Beautiful. Money-wise, we're still doing pretty good.
Racer Batman says tomorrow I'm going to see my dad bother in the afternoon, so I might not be here.
You're going to see your dad's brother? Nice. So road trip. Very nice. A little bit of a road trip. I guess as far as we got far to go. So we got brand new rotors, nice. Got our brake assemblies, all brand new. Oh, it's just in town, so it's not too far. Any special occasion there, or just for the heck of it? Ah, that's not too bad at all. So we don't have that exhaust yet. We're gonna get that ordered. So what am I missing here? Did I get our wheel bearings? Yep, got our wheel bearings. Cool. Okay, let's try this side. Get this side installed. Just wants to see us. So nothing, no special occasion, I guess. Not a birthday or anything like that. I guess as far as just, yeah, nice little visit. Okay, brake assembly. I just can't say enough how nice it is that they've done the two-part caliper setup. So it's not just one big caliper. A lot more involved, I guess, as far as with the disc brakes. And there's more than one design too, I guess, as far as, so there's more than one design of that brake disc system. Okay, so we can get this upper in. New bushings. So we're doing this, I guess, as far as just in an effort, I guess, as far as to clear up some inventory so we can get some more of our crate. I need that subframe. Okay, so I think that's all we got. Oh, we're gonna need an intercooler, I guess, as far as for that turbo. Yeah, have to get a new radiator. We need to get one of these. We'll put that on the list. We're gonna have to replace that radiator. We'll get that out of there from the engine bay. So can I get more stuff out of... Yeah, we got a little bit more cleared out of our inventory. We got our crate. And there's the rest of our stuff. Nice, so we should have that subframe in there now.
Racer Batman says the last time we seen him it was Jan.
Oh, was it in January? Yeah, we know that radiator's messed up. It's always, people coming in late always have that radiator problem. So it's probably been about 6 months now. It's been a little while. Yeah, it's been since January. That's a few months. Okay, now we can put our lower control arm in with some new bushings. Nice. So I'm feeling the only downside to the way we're doing this, we don't have the means to repair the parts we had. That's about the only downside. Yeah, I guess in July would be officially 6 months, yeah. We did get a new front differential. Yes, we did. Drive shafts. We do have 2 of those. Alright, cool. It is a 4-wheel drive. Gotta put all the axles and prop shafts in there. Nice. Okay, lower control arm. New bushings. Yeah, I think we made pretty good use of buying bulk of the stuff in one order. Slap the boss. Oh yeah, the bot. You mean, yeah? Slap him up a little bit. Yeah, keep him in line. That bot in line. So do we have this prop shaft? We do not, so we gotta order that, dude. Get that on the list. Okay, so let's go to this, make sure it's on our list. Front drive shaft, yep, one of those. Alright, we're gonna end up doing another order for all that stuff. It's just one of those days, isn't it, Thunderland? We all have those days. So our steering rack, we got a new one of those. I did get tie rods, yeah. All brand new. So we did get a new sway bar. Yeah. End links, did I get those? I did not, so we gotta get those on the list. So we need that one and that one. So, okay, we're gonna have to order those parts. All the exhausts, drive shaft, prop shaft. Alrighty then, so I think we got most of, so we got the intercooler on there too, right? I will double check and maybe we got the yep, medium intercooler, nice. Cool, I think that's, that'll be a nice another, make that another order. Okay, I think I'm gonna get that radiator out of there. So we already drained the coolant. I'm gonna move this out of the way since we already got the engine in there. Let's move this over, let's put it over here. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Hold on a minute. Move. Shift. Rotate. There we go. Put it over there for now. Good spot for it. Alright, so just so I'm not tripping on it. So I want to get that radiator out. Get a new radiator for it. Brand new engine, want to have a new radiator. So I already drained the coolant, so we're good there. Get this off. That off. Cool, and I'm guessing we'll get a new one of these too. Yeah, we all get that. I know I get too many days, I guess, as far as I'm just not too lucky. So I just really where I find my escape from just not having any luck is trying to play some games and have some kind of increase that luck. Yeah, I'm gonna replace a lot of those. We don't want a filthy air filter for our new engine. So did we drain this already? Yeah, we did that to be able to pull the engine. Let's pull this out. We'll get a new reservoir, and I think we'll get a new coolant reservoir too. Okay, so let's do part mount. We want a new one of these. We want a new air filter box. We'll go with that. Get the radiator on there. Okay, let's check our list. Okay, so I need the fans and fan shroud. That's didn't put that on there yet. Okay, hold on. So we did get this. We need only one fan. Just the one fan setup. Okay, so we need that. I did get this on the list. Yep, so it puts that little icon next to it if it is already on the list. It's kind of nice. That's on the list. That's on the list. We'll get some new clips. Need 4 of those, okay. Take note of that. Did I ever get that ECU on? I did not get the ECU on the list. We needed a Type F. This is the old one. So the Type F should already be on the list. Double check that. Yep. Well, we already got that on the list. That's good. We're going to need 4 of the clips. They didn't do that again, I guess, as far as they didn't put all 4 of them on there. So we know we need 4 of those. Okay. Cover. Just one. One filter. One radiator fan. One radiator. Cherry juice container. Racer Batman getting some fluids out of that last raffle. GG's. Need that air filter base. Coolant reservoir. That's for Gatorade juice. Yeah. We need 2 of these end links. Okay, that did put the 2 on there, but I did mark them independently too. So I guess, just trying to understand how that works. 2 of those. Need that front drive shaft. Just 1. Medium intercooler, just 1. 2 rear mufflers. That's already 2. Nice. 2 exhaust pipes. Yeah, it is, isn't it? It is a little crazy. 2 of those. 2 catalytic converters. 1 drive shaft. 2 down pipes. And new ECU to go with that new V8 engine. Cool. That's all that order. Do we need a battery? Can I charge that? Check on that. I think we can probably charge the battery. We do have a charger. Let's go ahead and charge the battery. Let's bring it over to the charger. Yep. This one's only going to take about a minute. Oh wait, it says an hour? Is that right? 51. Yeah, it'll take a little bit for that to charge. So we'll just leave that there and let it do its thing. And what time are we at? Only at lunchtime. Cool. So we might be able to go ahead and order this and get it by 4 in the afternoon. Yeah. So let's go to our order. Let's finalize this. Order all that stuff. Whoops. Gotta hold down on it. Cool. And we should get that by 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So we got a couple hours, I guess, as far as before we get that order. Nice. That's a solid order. So in the meantime, yeah, we already got that. That's already taken care of. So we are 39 parts. So this is the old ECU. As for the V6, I guess I didn't get all the outer tie rods on yet. Let's get that back up in the air. Get those on. So yeah, by 2 in the afternoon, we should have our next order. Wait, did I order too many? Hold on a minute. Oh, we gotta get this side in. Okay, that's cool. For a second there, I thought maybe I ordered too many parts. Oh, we leveled up. Let's go. So these end links we got in our next order. That's gonna be coming at 2 in the afternoon. What can we upgrade? Yeah. So 2 skill points we have. So we need 3 to get this upgraded again. So we can do. So we can't do these in the demo. I'm gonna go ahead and do the deep pockets. Increase inventory size. So you can increase your inventory size from 75 to 100. So there is a way to increase your inventory. That's nice. Nice. So we'll unlock that, dude. Now we got to 100. We can go. Beautiful. Make a good use of those skill points. So what else we got in our inventory? Anything green yet? Nope. So that's the only thing we had left that was green. So at 2 o'clock, we're going to be getting new parts. We got a little bit of time to wait. Is our battery charged? Got 11 minutes on it yet. Okay, cool. Leave that there. Let's separate our tires. A little bit different machine they got. A little bit designed to the machine anyway. Let's separate these out. Again, we can't do any repair on the rims, but we can get new ones. I think that's what we're going to try to do. We're down to 20,000 credits. Okay, so we're just kind of watching our monies here, I guess, as far as to make sure we got enough to do what we need to do. May or may not be able to fix up any more parts, I guess, as far as on the suspension. Just a little bit. So we're just kind of testing this out there to see how much we can do to the truck. That's not what I wanted. Get out of the normal mode. That's going to be getting used to. So my muscle memory tells me I can go in this spot. Now remember what was there in 21 as far as, but when I go into there, obviously that goes to that mode. So one thing I did come to find, to buy like stuff like the engine stand and the crane, you have to go into the particular store. So in this case, we want to go. I think you can only access that through the computer. No, you have to go to this one here, this store. And this is what allows you to buy stuff like the engine crane, stuff like that. So if you go to tools, you can buy the brake lathe, but you can't use it. That's one thing we keep coming to find. We already have a charger. We do have the one lift. You can do whatever color stand or crane. We went with the red. So yeah, it's a totally different separate area, I guess, as far as for the customization of the garage. I'm sure they're probably going to add more stuff to that besides what's there, but if we wanted to rearrange, I guess, as far as the garage, Like if we wanted to put one station like for doing one particular thing in a bay, we could do that. Like if we want to do engine builds over here, we can just set this up for all engine stuff. And then set up a bench over here, gets as far as to deal with all the engine stuff. I did notice over here, there's a lot of engine stuff already applied. So like if we wanted to do like engine stuff, we can put that over here and put it in this bay. Do all the engine stuff. A lot of versatility in the design of the thing. Got a little bit more time to wait. Seeing what else we can do here. So we took apart the tires. You know, I'm not really sure if it is. I know we did have only 2 bays. We had 2 bays, so in 21, whereas this one has 3. So even with just that alone, the fact that we got to 3 bays, that's probably not incorrect, I guess, as far as to say that this one is probably bigger. What's going on there, Odin? Welcome on in. So yeah, I would have to say that's probably a true statement there, Thunderlane, because we only have the 2 bays in 21. And we got Fluky coming in. What's going on there, Fluky? What'll be happening on there today? One thing I did notice too, like we can move and turn these on and off. We can move this kind of stuff too. Like if we don't want this here, go ahead and move it. Let's put it over here, for example. Nice. And then you can turn it on and off. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. So we're going to get out of this mode, and we can turn it on and off. If we don't want that on, I also noticed there's a green light over here. A lot of adjustability in this garage customization, so we can actually turn this on or off. So our delivery's here. Fluky's waving. How we doing here, Fluky? Fluky might be on the job today, I'm sure. He's probably checking this out as what's going on. So I think we can do the same with this guy. Yeah, so we can actually move this. Grab it. So you can actually move this too. Oh, this is pretty neat. Oh, we played a heck of it, Odin. I'm gonna put this over here, just because. All right, let's get out of that mode. So yeah, a lot of a customization in the garage. Really like it. Now the lifts are pretty specific. If you wanted to, yeah. So that's in that decorations and the tools. We'll get to our delivery here in a second. The only way that I've seen to get to it, whoops, you got to go to this store, and you go to decorations, and then there's all kinds of stuff in here. There's signs. Let's see if they got those lights in here. Got the tables. You got your pegboards, or desks, pouches, brooms. Everywhere the sign. Locking up the scenery, breaking my mind. Yeah, you know how it goes. Filing cabinets, flashlight. They got those lights in here. They got halogens in here. Looks like it does turn on. Where are the LEDs though? I mean, it's a fun song. So hanging banners. I don't see those LED lights in here though. So it might be just limited in the demo. Oh, here they are right here. Oh, that's a leveler. That was it for a second. So keys, knife, just a lot of props. But I don't see... We got a mechanic trolley. That's cool. A lot of this stuff is just decorative. That's why it's under this this tab. But I don't see those lights. That's interesting. A lot of tables and shelves. There's a mop, nail gun, neon tube long. Here we go. So this is the floor one. This is the one that stands up vertical. That's the one that stands up vertical. And then this one's the long floor side. Long two. This is a wall one. This one's blue. There's all the lights. There's different colored ones. This one's blue, green, green floor. That's the stand-up one. They got a green floor side. So that'd be green wall. A little webcam action in there. Let's get a couple of these. kind of play around with that. So that'll be at 4 o'clock. Now let's go ahead. We'll order those up. We'll have those delivered at 4. So we got our delivery here for our parts to continue on our truck. So yeah, these are the floor ones that stand up, and you got wall ones too, so different colored ones too. That's kind of neat. That's pretty neat. All right, so let's get our. Well, we got a big box. We did clear out our inventory enough to be able to grab all that stuff. So we increased our inventory to 100 with our skill points. So that works out really nice. All right, let's finish up our truck here. Well, that's kind of why they got the demo out, just to kind of see what is possible. Play around with it. Put our prop shafts in. It is a 4-wheel drive. Oh yeah, we play the crap into that one there, Odin. In fact, I've been playing so much of it. I felt this is probably a nice change of pace, I guess, as far as check out. So I've been looking in Red Dot's Discord, and a lot of people saying what they've done with the truck, and I'm just like, whoa, I didn't know you could do all that. So we decided to come back in here just to see what we could do with it. So we swapped out the V6 for... I'm going to leave that drive shaft off. I'm going to see what we can do on the rear end. Yeah, we swapped out the V6 for a V8 turbo. So this is what's new with 26, being able to put different engine families into the vehicles, as well as their modular system. As far as being able to put individual parts, like if we want to change this from a turbo to a supercharged, we can do that without having to rebuild the whole engine. We might have to entertain that too. Yeah, I think I want to do some more to the rear end, so I'm going to leave that drive shaft off. Oh, I have no idea. I don't remember. I guess as far as like, that's a lot. I would say probably pretty close to a couple thousand. You didn't know what the engines... Yeah, so that's something I knew about, I guess, as far as that, but yeah, we originally had a V6 in this one, so just to kind of show you. The engines that are available, you got these engine families now. So the V6 it originally had, we took that out, right? I don't remember which one it was, but we took that out and we were able to put a V8 into it. We built this turbo 4x4. So that's definitely something that's new at 26. We didn't have that availability. It's like once these families are what they added. Being able to put different families of V8, V6, and what have you. Now, I don't know which cars are going to have the different families to it. There might be specific ones that only have V6, some only V8. Oh yeah, they definitely got, so the engine that we built for this one, they've definitely refined it from 21. It's a lot more the way it should be, I feel. So this same engine, the way we used to have it, had a lot more idlers. It had the red head covers. It had the individual coils, whereas we have the one coil with the wires going to the plugs. That's a lot more realistic, I feel. So they definitely refined on this particular engine that we used to have in 21. So yeah, we got the 2 turbos on it. Big upgrade, I guess, as far as on this pickup, I guess, as far as from having the V6 into it. So I never did close the hood. It looks like that thing barely fits in there. It barely fits in there, I guess, as far as the hood. So that's pretty nice. You'd never be able to tell without opening the hood, I guess, as far as knowing what that has in it. Alright, so let's get our other parts in there. So we got a brand new ECU for this engine. There's our new ECU. So our battery should be charged. Let's go get that off the charger. There we go. Let's put our charged battery back into our truck. Yeah, this new playlist that they got for this game too is pretty banging. It slaps pretty good. So we did get a new radiator. Cool. And we got a new fan and shroud. Oh shoot, I didn't get the shroud.
Our next contestant is Come on down.
Yo, Odin51 Racing, I appreciate that follow. Welcome on in. Yeah, we'll be playing the crap out of this once it gets, it's like we have a 21, we'll probably be playing it. So I guess I didn't get that shroud yet for the radiator. We'll have to get that ordered. This is all new. We got some new clips. What are we down to? 28,000 credits. We started off with like around 55,000 credits. We got a lot of money into this so far. We did do a couple of instant deliveries, same day deliveries, but we kind of try to keep that to a minimum, so we don't have to spend so much in same day delivery. You know, there is that upgrade that you can do for the deep pockets too. We did upgrade that, so that's for our inventory. We don't have any more skill points now, I guess, as far as, but kind of gives you an idea. Any shelves? Like, what kind of shelves do we mean? Any shelves? You talking about for your garage customization? So, yeah, I don't know. There's a warehouse. So yeah, if you need to clear up your inventory, for example, you got the warehouse, much the same as we had in 21. So you can move your stuff, I guess, as far as from your inventory into that. Now, and you can move this box too. We just found out. But if you don't want it here, if you want it closer to your engine bay, oh, we got some more stuff. That should be our wall lights. What the world? Yeah, it took me a while to figure out where that was too. So you're not the only one. Yeah, it's back over here in this corner where the warehouse is. And like I said, you can move this. So like if you want to move it somewhere else, like out here, so that's more visible, you can do that. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I don't even know. I guess as far as that would work there, Thunderlane, I don't know if it would work. Yeah, so if you want to move the warehouse, I guess as far as in a more, you know, closer location, you can do that. In fact, I might just leave it there. Yeah, a lot of really cool customization in the. So we did get our medium intercooler. Did it give us our? Okay, here's our fan. So I guess I missed the shroud. Did that give us our lights too? Let's see here. Did that deliver our lights? Okay, hold on a minute. Let's go into garage customization. Add. Yep, here's our lights. We got 2 of them. Yep, cool deal. So I'll put it in that one there. That's awesome. Let's go. Let's put this one up. This one we should be able to put on the wall. Oh, I see. So I was thinking that went the other way. Okay, hold on. Can we rotate this? Oh, there we go. Oh, this is pretty cool. I like this. So I'm gonna put some more green lights. Where do we want to put this at? Let's put it over this door. Yeah, there we go. Boop. Nice. We'll put a green light over the doors. And we got another green light we can put up. Let's put this one back over here that we took down. That was kind of cool over here. So let's... We need to add garage equipment. Yes. And we want to rotate it. There we go. Got a couple of new green lights. And go back to normal mode. So yeah, we put a couple new lights. A little bit of customization to our garage. Beautiful. Your water should taste... So what did you do to your water? You ran it through... what machine did you run it in your water through? You got like a filter? Okay, so we got our... What else did we miss on our trucks? We got to get our clips on there. Guess I got to buy a shroud. I might do an instant delivery on that. Oh shoot. Whoa, 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 whoa. What are you doing? Iron taker outer? I see. So you got hard water, do we? Did I get all those clips in there? I guess I did get them all in there. Why did I have... Oh, hold on. I got one clip I must have missed somewhere. What clip did I miss? Is that this one here? Did I miss a clip somewhere? Oh, right here. Missed a clip right there. I see it. There we go. So that's all clipped down. So, get him. That's already in. Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna see if what I can do on the rear end. I guess I missed. We gotta get that on the lift. I didn't get this guy. Did I put that on my list? Check our list here, so let's go back to the main shop. Check our... Nope, I didn't get that on the list yet. So I need that on the list. So I guess I got the fan already. I got the fan, I just didn't get the housing. We gotta put our end links in. Okay, let's get those in. And we can also get our intercooler in there. So we got the turbo on it. Nice. Okay, so let's do... Wait a minute. Is that a new... That's the new radiator, right? Yeah, it's a new one. Okay, just making sure. We got our intercooler. That's brand new. Sweet. And then we got some end links. Got those delivered. I think I want to work on getting some new rims and tires. Cool. That might be the next thing we do. Probably take the back tires off too, so it should have the same size tires all the way around. We'll check that. We've got 45. Yep, same size tire in both front and the rear. I think we'll take our rear tires off. We'll see what we can do on the rear suspension. Yeah, no problem there, Thunderlane. And these look like a Corvette ZR1 style rim. So we got four-wheel disc brakes on this truck. Nice. Four-wheel disc brakes. We're a little bit slow, I guess, as far as on the screw speed, I guess, as far as we do our skill level, but that's the only reason that. So we should have a two-part brake system on the back here too. Yep, so we got that caliper part, got the pads. Like it. I like it a lot. Pull those out. So it's probably not 100% Ed. Yeah, lots of that. Indeed. Trying to think. I want to make sure I've got... May not be able to do a whole lot with the body, I guess, as far as this due to the fact that we're probably going to run out of money. So I figure if we can get a lot of the suspension and whatever redone, I think that'll be a pretty good shape. So we'll save the doing up the body parts, I guess, as far as body panels, I guess, as far as for last. If we have enough money. We may not have enough money. That's what we're kind of in here to see if we have enough to fix up all the stuff that we actually are able to do in the demo. So we gotta take that rotor off. We'll have to get all new stuff if we want to make it all nice and pretty. Do some bonus. We still got the leaf spring, I guess, as far as like that, so not kind of old school suspension in the rear. Not just the modern control arm. Okay, we gotta get the U-bolts off, get this unstrapped from the axle housing. I can always give it a break. You can always give that a break there, Thunderlane. That's your choice. So we did get all new exhausts. Gonna see here. So yeah, we're gonna have quite a bit in suspension components here. Probably order those all up in one fell swoop. Yeah, it's always a good idea to get as far as to fully discharge it before you charge it again. Definitely does make the battery last a little longer. You fully discharge before you charge again. Whoops. Let's get the U-bolts off of this and get this unstrapped. Very rusty down here. So I think that I'm thinking they were mentioning, I guess, as far as that the WD-40, you're gonna have to buy that stuff, so it will deplete. I think in the demo here they've made it to where it's infinitive, but I've heard talks, I guess, as far as they're gonna make it to where you have to replenish your WD-40. In this case, your DW04. Again, officially call it WD-40. But that's what I've heard. So whether or not we'll see it that way in the full release, that's still yet to be seen. Kind of be interesting, I guess, as far as to have to replenish that DW40. Alright, so we got all the rear end out. Looks like we're full on our inventory again. Uh-oh. So, fuel tank, fuel pump. Gonna get a new one of those. I'm gonna try just putting it on this way. Does that put all 4 of them on there? I'm gonna check that out. See how it does that. Trying to learn how this works. Let's go to our shopping list. It only puts the 1 item on there, even though we need more than that. I find that kind of strange how that works. Okay, just so I know, I gotta definitely take note of if we need more than one that's on the list. I think that's something I definitely need to refine on, I feel. Because if we originally take 4, and no matter if we do it by the stack or all independently, it should put that number on the list, on the shopping list itself. It should, but it doesn't seem to. So let's go back here. I want to go to my inventory, that's right. So 4 of those. I do like the fact that it does put an icon on here to let you know it is already on the list. So if you miss something, it's as far as you can definitely correct that. We need 2 leaf springs, 2 leaf plates. We need 4 small rubber bushings. Yep, so a lot of this is still the same. 2 knuckles, 2 backing plates, axles, rotors, calipers, 2 of those, pads, pistons, that other caliper half. I think we already did the coolant reservoir, so we can sell this one actually. Clear up some of our inventory. Already got those brand new ones in. Yep, this has all been replaced. That's the walls are. Whoa! Okay, we can get our solar clips. No, what I didn't check there, I wonder if can you sell an entire stack? Does that let you do that? No, so you actually have to click into it so you can. Okay. I want to see if you could sell like the whole stack. Okay. Cool deal. Alright, so check our list. Check it twice, just like Santa. So yeah, we're gonna need 2 brake calipers. Set up for 2. We'll be in a whole nother order, make another big order. The rear end, so 2 of those. 2 pads. Got to be consciously aware of the fact that it's like, because it says 1 on here, you have to know, I guess, as far as you need more than 1. Oh yeah, and that's the whole reason we got the demo to play with. We only need 1 rear axle. Actually, we need 2 of those. My bad. 1 for each side. But the housing, we only need 1. The hubs, we need 2 pads. Back and plates. There's the housing. Wait a minute. Need 4 of these. Yep, that's for the leaf spring. Need 2 knuckles. Oh, knuckle hollow. Okay, I read that wrong. Those.
Bandito Motto says Pee Wee Herman says cookie splatter is bad for the pants.
It is actually bad for the pants. So we need 2 of these plates. What's going on there, Bandito? What's going on today? 2 leaf springs, yeah. Hope I got enough credits. Pure shocks. We'll find out. We need 4 U-boats. There's that dookie. Okay, so there's that one. So we only need 1 of those. 1 fuel pump. 1 fuel tank. And I missed that I get that radiator housing. Early celebrating. I forgot, when is the birthday? Yeah, when is the birthday again? Oh yeah, I gotta have beer. Cheers to that. Oh, it's this Friday? Nice. Getting an early start on it. Okay, so we did get some stuff here ordered. So that'll get us, okay, that'll be next day delivery. So it'll be 8 in the morning, so we're that late in the day. Is that what I want to order that right now? I just want to make sure. I think that should be enough. Drive shaft, we get the radiators already replaced. Fan, so I needed the housing, so we already got the fan. Front springs, we already got that good to go. These rubber bushings we can sell. Upper control arms, we already go ahead and sell those. Shock hoops, that's for the front shock assemblies. All that guy. We're still gonna deal with tires. Separated those, we need to separate these out. Tire rods, let's get those sold. I know, I can do the bulk sell as far as I'm just going through one at a time just to see what we can sell. That's right. Whenever you work your booty off, gets as far as it's always well deserved. Don't let anybody else tell you different. So we can sell these calipers. Okay, we got 2 of those. This is all for the rear, I believe. So just clear out some of the inventories. Yep, I think we're good. So we're gonna go ahead and order our parts. We'll get those for tomorrow morning. Let's go ahead and finalize that. And that'll come in the morning. So we're gonna take another nap. Yep, take another nap. We're getting there. We're getting some of these parts here fixed on the truck. Cheers. Swamp butt nut senior. Yeah, for real. Alright, we're gonna sleep till just before 8. Right there, that'll work. Red-eyed and bushy-tailed. I like the fact that they got the day-night cycles on this thing here. This is definitely a new feature for 26. Like my new LED lights over the doors. Alright, so we should be delivered here momentarily. Momentarily, we should get those. Do. I know there's different couches that you can buy. I don't know about the one you sleep on, though. I don't think you can do anything. Let's see if we can. Can we move this? Oh, we can move it. Look at this. We can actually move the couch. Wow, that's a lot of adjustability in here. So you can actually move the couch. That's pretty wicked. I like it. But I think I saw... Let's get out of this mode. I think I did say I can buy different color couches. Yeah, that's pretty harsh there, Bandito. It's pretty. Let's go to our decorations, and if we go to here, you can do a search. Let's do a sofa. That have that? Yeah. So here's all the different color couches you can get. Now I don't know if these. So here's the one that you can sleep on. The big brown leather, but these other ones are just decoration, I think. Don't quote me on that, because this one has the pillows. I think these other ones are just decoration. They'll only have the one style, I guess, as far as to be able to sleep on. But yeah, you do have other color couches, I guess, as far as you can get. But yeah, I think it's only the one with the pillows on it that's the one you can sleep on, from what I can tell. That's kind of neat that you can actually rearrange it up on the loft here. Like, I could put this downstairs, probably. I don't want to sleep up in the loft. Like, maybe I want to sleep on the main floor. Let's see here. Let me move this downstairs. Oh, yeah, this is pretty cool. Yeah, we can actually put our bed down here. We can sleep right here if we wanted to. That's awesome. I think for now we're just going to leave it up here in the loft. In fact, what I'll do is I'll put it over here instead. I'll put it right in between these lights. A lot of adjustability on the garage customization, though. That's pretty freaking slick. Alright, let's get out of this mode. We should have our parts delivered. Alright, cool. See what kind of parts we got to work with. Big box. Nice. We increased our inventory, so... Okay, so we should have some new parts to put on here on the back end. Got a new fuel tank. Nice. New rear end. I kind of like the fact that we could pretty much set up each bay for doing different things. Like if you want to do just engine stuff in one bay, just tires in one. Like I can do this one just for tires because it has all the tire changer stuff in this lane. We can do this one for just suspension. You could set it up a lot of different ways. Kind of like that that versatility. Yeah, the fact that we can even move stuff like the couch we sleep on. That's pretty killer. Got some new leaf springs. So I'm sure I probably missed some parts that we need to order yet, but probably once 26 comes out, which probably won't be to the end of the year, the way it's going. We probably won't see it till closer to the end of this year. But yeah, whenever that comes out, I'll probably be playing a lot more of this one. I've been trying to get cars that we're designing. I know I've been only showing the one, but I got more planned. For 21, I don't know for sure how easy it's going to be to port the cars that we design in 21 for 26. That's still yet to be seen. I do know it will probably require different. This is a different Unity engine. It's a newer Unity engine from what we have in 21. But I know that much for sure. So I'm definitely expecting that to be a little bit different. But how much different it's going to be, that's still yet to be seen. I'm kind of hopeful it's not going to be too much different. Just putting all our new parts in. I'm hoping it's a pretty easy transition, I guess, as far as from 21 to 26, as far as porting cars in. I would hate to have to put all that work into 21 and not able to get it into 26. That's for sure. That would be a huge bummer. From what I'm hearing, though, I guess as far as it will be possible, but they haven't said specifically, I guess, as far as how much different the process will be. And we got a raffle going on there, folks. Get on that raffle while it's hot. I mean, I'll still have 21 to play. So it's not like you know, that's not the case there. We'll still have 21 to be able to play, which is kind of nice. Just not being able to, you know, if we're not able to get the cars from 21 into 26 as easy, for example, I'll still have 21 to fall back on, if that's the case. And like I said, from what they're predicting, I guess as far as it won't be till the end of the year, or like closer to the end of the year. So Q4, so like somewhere around November, December of this year. That's, you know, that's all speculation at this point, though, so you can't really say too much. Yeah, I mean, potentially there's quite enough time. So yeah, we're gonna break the tires down. Let's go put the new drive shaft back in. I've got our new rear end. I'm hoping I can still do body panels on this thing. We'll probably replace some body panels if it'll let us. Get this truck all nice and fixed up. Alright, so that's all of that. So we need our new fuel pump. Cool. So yeah, other than tires, that'll probably be the next thing we'll buy. So yep, I got, get the radiator stuff in there. Oh, let's get that down. We don't have the ability to change it, so that's one thing that has been made clear. We don't have a paint booth. We don't have a paint booth, I guess, as far as the change of color. So the color is going to be whatever. So even if we buy new parts, it's probably just going to have to stay primered. So we don't have... that's a limitation of the demo. Unfortunately, yeah, it is a limitation of the demo. Yeah, we need the radiator stuff in. Whoops. Hold on. Out of that. Part mount. Let's get our radiator stuff in. Cool. I did not get a new reservoir here, so I guess I'm going to need a new brake servo. Yeah. I don't think... No, that reminds me there too. Someone said there is a dyno. So I know there is the test path. I don't remember where they said the dyno was. So, yep, here's our shop. That's where our customers come in. I think this is customizable too. This is all customizable in here too, so if we want to change the design in the lounge, do that. So that's our test path. All this is movable. Vending machine. Like we can put some more neon lights there. Is this open? Okay, that's just a dead door. What is this room here? This is... I don't know. That might be an expansion. So they got... yeah, that might be an expansion. See some stuff in there. Yeah, that's probably an expansion you can get. Ooh, you can see this car back here. So that's just a random car. So I know I got this room. There's our hallway. We're probably back here. I'm wondering if they'll have it to be able to do scrapping. That's where we had it in 21. Wait, what's
about
over here?
buttered sausage?
Oh, it's that buttered sausage showing up.
Where it comes from, what it does.
I don't know what is
it. What it's doing. Get it out of my face.
Yeah, we haven't figured out what that does yet. I guess as far as we got Fireman Guy coming in with the buttered sausage. Oh, we can't go through this door. Well, that's such a tease. Yeah, this is the 26 Car Mechanics 26 demo. We're just coming back to it. They originally had it released back in end of March there, Fireman Guy, but I've come to find, I guess, as far as there's a lot more you could do in it than I thought. So that's why we're coming in here just to kind of check it out. So that door shuts, but we can't go in here though. That's kind of wild. That's probably just giving us a little bit of a clue of what we'll potentially be able to have access to. Nice. So a lot of expansion we can get, looks like. Let's back out to the garage. This is our store. So this room over here, I'm guessing maybe it might be the dyno. What about DLC? Yeah, no DLC for this yet. This is still a demo. I'm sure they will have DLC for sure. So yeah, this one here is our test path. So to be able to do the brakes and suspension tests on it, we have that. I think it also has, yeah, we can do the headlight alignment. So that's pretty similar. It's a little bit different mechanic and how it works in 21. Can we adjust stuff in here too? Oh, you can even adjust stuff in here too. Look at this. You can actually adjust things in here. So these are static. That's static, but you can move this. Move that planter, that chair, this light. Pretty cool. A lot of adjustability that I did not realize when we initially took a look at this in here. Cool deal. Where were we though? I guess we got a little sidetracked. Putting our V8 into our pickup. Let's see, check our parts here. So we got a bed cover. What the heck? Yeah, I still got some of these parts here on the list. So it's got a bed cover? Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Interior, assemble mode. Oh, it's got a tonneau. Nice. So it's missing the bed cover. Can we actually buy that? We'll have to save that for last, but it looks like it's got a tonneau cover for it. That's cool. Yeah, we want to get all the other stuff done there first. I mean, 21's got some nice stuff to it, but this whole new level, I guess, as far as the fact that we got a lot bigger garage, we get a whole extra new bay, a lot of customization to the garage. We got modular engine builds. We were able to take the V6 out of this and put the V8. Also, if we wanted to change this engine, yeah, if you wanted to make this, say, a supercharged instead of turbo, you don't have to rebuild the whole engine. You can just change out the related components to make it supercharged. So that's kind of nice of that modular system. A whole new brand that they've added here with the Censor CMB, which is basically like the GMC Sonoma. It's in the likeness of. Brand new. This is a whole new brand of car or vehicle, I guess, as far as in the game. So just kind of give a little bit of clue of that. So we're trying to get the truck as upgraded as we can, based on how much money we have. So far we've been able to swap out the V8. There's some other parts I need to get here though. We're checking that out. Let's go back to the main store. And let's check our shopping list. So we don't have anything on there yet. I need to probably get new fuse panel. Pull this off. Get some new fuses and relays. Might change out that servo too. Kind of make this truck a little bit newer. But we'll save like the body panels for last. We don't have the ability, like I said, I guess, as far as to repair any parts. You can only buy them new. As opposed to, that's a little bit of a restriction, I guess, as far as for the demo. Okay, so let's drain out this guy. Additional tools, let's drain it out. Yeah, I never had a problem with 21 too much at all, especially after the quality of life mod came out. So far, I'm not really seeing the need to have a quality of life mod for this thing with what they've got in it so far. So we want to unmount this servo. We'll get a new servo for it. Clean that up. So we'll put that on the list. That is on the list. We need new fuse panel, new cover, fuses. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. So, oh crap, I put 2. So these are already 100%. Hold on a minute. Got ahead of myself here. So the type C's, I need to take that off the list. Type C's and type A's. Okay, hold on. So we gotta go edit our list here. So if I go to here, crap, now I forgot how to do that. Start the list. Oh, no. Okay, hold on. So I gotta go to more information. That's what it was. And then I can take off these. We don't need those. Oh, crap. I did it wrong. More infos. I want to delete what's highlighted. Yes. A little bit getting used to is all. So the C I didn't need. The servo I want. Box and cover. B I don't need. God dang it. I keep doing that the wrong button. More infos. Highlight it. Delete. Yeah, it's a little bit clumsy, I guess, as far as with that. You used to be able to go as far as shopping lists in the pie menu here, and it just brought it right up, and then you could edit it that way. So it's a little bit deeper, I guess, as far as you got to go into. It's a little bit clumsy, in my opinion. So I hope they kind of refine that a little bit. That's just my own personal take on that. So let's go back in our inventory. I didn't need the C's or the A's. I did get the B on there. So yeah, it leaves this little icon in here to let you know which one you're ordering. Oh, I took the wrong one off of there. So I need that one. Don't need that one. This one I need. I don't need. This I need. Okay. I don't need that one. I guess that's it. Is that right? Yep, that's the only fuses and relays I need. All right, cool. So we got those on the list. So if we check our list, like so, that shows those items. We'll do another order for that one. Might do another instant one, we'll see. So I want to get probably a new ABS module and pump. This truck nice and cleaned up. We got 26,000 credits, so we're not in bad shape. Got to really manage the money. We've done a little bit of customization to the garage too, I guess, as far as we had a couple more green lights, so not that we haven't been able to do some of that. Yeah, we need lots of WD-40. So that's that. So let's get those on the list. So I need a new pump and a module. Servo's already on the list. Yeah, they call it DW04 in this one, yeah. They can't call it WD-40 because that's branding. Copyright, all that good stuff. So that's good, good, good. Alright, so I don't know if I want to do... I think I'm going to do body panels and that, I guess, as far as that as a separate order. I might do the body panels as a separate order, I think. So I think for now, let's check out our list. Oh yeah, it's a little slippery on the floor here from a guy. We were a little bit sloppy, I guess, as far as in the shop, so hopefully you didn't hurt yourself. I think I'm going to make this as an order. We'll go ahead and get these ordered up. So let's do this. No, they haven't done an official release date, but they're the way they're talking, I guess, as far as it probably won't be the end of this year. So probably around November, December, quarter 4, for official release of it. But yeah, the fact that I found more that you can do in the demo than I thought, that's why we're trying to check it out here. They give you a lot to play with, I guess, as far as in the demo, I guess, as far as just to kind of give you a feel what's going on with it in comparison to 21, really any of their renditions actually. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and order this stuff for currently, and we should be able to get this by 2 o'clock. So let's do go here. Oh, I didn't get them on the list yet, so yeah, we gotta go like this. We need one of those. We'll cross it off there, so we'll get a pump. Get all of our fuses and relays. Yeah, we're trying to get this to the point where we can actually drive it. Yep, we're getting there. We'll get these parts ordered. We should be able to get these by 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And we need a servo. Cool. So all those are ordered. So we should be able to finalize that order. There we go. That's all that stuff. And we'll get that by $1,400. Go ahead and order it. That should be everything that we need as far as that's not body panels. I did want to do tires too. Nice. You think I got a skill issue there, Farmer Guy? I don't think I do. I guess maybe on some things I have. I do want to get some new tires too. I forgot about that. Should have ordered the tires too. See, I screwed up already. I wanted to order some tires and wheels. Did I separate that one? I didn't separate the one. Let's get those separated. I don't know about that. I don't know about that in some cases. So let's see. So yeah, we gotta separate these out. I guess I'll do that in a separate order. I guess as far as for the tires and wheels. We're down to 24,000 credits. Okay, so I think we should be in good shape. Got to keep them separated. I like these new machines that they did here. They definitely refined on these a little bit. Also, another thing that's pretty cool on this one, you can actually upgrade this guy. Like if it's too slow, you can actually make it faster. So right now we can spend 1,000 credits, which I'm not going to do, to upgrade it to go faster. Well, depending on how it is, if it's going to be the same there, Farmer Guy, I guess as far as with what you start off with, I don't know what you start off with in the full release. I'm assuming you're not going to get all of this space to start out. You're going to have to expand, is what I'm guessing, because that's the way 21 worked. So you're going to have to work your way. So you might only get 2 bays, for example, and then you have to work your way to the 3rd. I don't know. They haven't really said how they're going to do that. As far as that, I do know when you initially start, you'll be able to choose what type of garage you start off with. So this one's what's considered modern. In the demo, that's all we get. Yeah, so this one does have multiplayer. I don't know how that works at all. I guess as far as I'm assuming, it'll probably work much the same as Car Service Together, where you'll be able to have other people, I guess, as far as come into your session. How that's going to work, I don't know. That's all grayed out for the demo. But yeah, that's the new feature too that come into 26. It will be multiplayer to be able to work on that. So you can have, I don't know. I'm assuming it's only going to it's going to be limited, I guess, as far as how many people come in. Like you wouldn't want 16 people coming into your shop. That's just a lot. I think it'll probably be limited to probably 4 or 6, if I had to guess, just to kind of keep it under control. But yeah, other than that, I guess as far as really looking forward to see how that works. I guess as far as so whether or not you can drive your vehicles, I guess as far as to the track and be able to compete against each other, or if it's just going to be working on the cars, that's still yet to be seen. I don't know how deep it goes, I guess as far as with the multiplayer. So, yep, we should be getting our delivery here any moment now. So that's definitely a new thing with this game too, I guess as far as of the whole delivery system. Put the bed in there. Yeah, you still haven't paid me for all that work we had to do in the off stream, I guess as far as yeah, in the I'm just giving you crap. I'm just giving you crap there, Farmer Guy. We have a lot of fun there in Foundry as of late. So yeah, we were able to move, I guess, as far as our bed. I'm wondering how that's going to work in multiplayer, if you're going to be able to put more than one bed, if you got more than one player. Now, I think you've done the dollars already, I guess, as far as when you did the sub bomb, I guess, as far as yeah, you did that. What really upset me, I'm going to put this out there right now. When I ended the stream on Monday and it didn't run the credits to show that kind of really ticked me off, I guess, as far as, because out of all the days that I would rather have the credits roll would have been that day, because we had Vito came in and dropped us some subs, and also yourself there, Farmer Guy. So very much appreciated. It definitely allows me to keep doing what I do here on the channel. So yeah, it's very much appreciated. And we were able to move our warehouse here. Someone had asked about that. I forgot. I think that was Odin that was asking about where do you store stuff. We moved that from way over here in the corner. We put it more on the open. Let's go check out our delivery though. I'm flapping my gums here too much here because trying to finish our truck up. There is a lot of stuff when I'm finding that you can move. I mean, just about any room that we've gone into, you can adjust it. So like even in the lounge here for the customers, you can move all the stuff in here. Like you can move the counter, move the rug, you can move the planters. I mean, it's fully customizable. Even in this path here. Now some things in here are static, and I'm assuming it's going to stay that way. But a lot of stuff on the floor and on the walls, you can adjust those. So you can adjust these banners. That banner, you can move this light, you can add more lights. See, some things are static, like this kind of stuff here is static, which is to be expected. You can move this guy. We'll move this over here. And that's still interactable, even after you move it, so that's pretty neat. I might even move this guy, I guess, as far as at the end of the deal here. I don't know. A lot of possibilities. Anyway, we got our order here. Let's see. Let's finish up our truck. So, what else we got to put in this thing? We got a fuse panel to put in. I'm kind of liking a lot of what they've done with this here. I guess as far as there's just so much. I guess as far as that you can do in this one now. Whoops! I guess I missed that relay. Oh no. Okay, so what about everything else? Oh, what the heck, man. Well, apparently I didn't buy all of them that I needed. Okay, so that one we can put in. This is something I'm still trying to learn of how it adds things to the shopping list. This one's good. That one's good. We got a couple more things we still got to buy that I missed. So we need one of those. So that's something else. I don't know if that's going to change in the full release. But what I noticed, you can remove stuff, but you can't sell the stuff in the garage. So like, for example, if I wanted to get rid of this, you got to go into here to remove, but you don't get any money for it, right? So let's say, for example, if I sell this, it doesn't give you any money, but you can get rid of it, right? So that's one thing I did notice with that. Whether that's a downside to the game, probably not. I think the focus is more on the car parts. So the focus on the game is more on the car parts. So the car parts that you have in your inventory, you definitely get money for even used parts. But as far as the stuff that you put in your garage, no. Whether they'll change that, I don't know. If you'll get money, I guess, as far as for selling stuff in the garage. But it is kind of nice. I did clean up some of the stuff in the garage, just like I did there, just to kind of remove some stuff. You can do that with a lot of stuff. So say, for example, I want to move some of this clutter. You can do that. You can go into minus, get rid of it, and it's gone. But that doesn't give you any money. That's the only downside. Plus, it does not put it in your inventory, as far as I know. Yeah, so as far as I know, once you remove the stuff from your garage customization, it's gone. You basically just have to buy a new one. And the way you do that, to kind of reiterate, go into the store, you want to go to the decorations and tools, and then go under your decorations, and then look for whatever. You can do a search, I guess, as far as if you want to look for shelves. I can go shelf. Oop. Okay, hold on a minute. So, I mean, it was working. Okay, so that might be a little bit of a flaw. Let's do it this way. So let's bring it all back here. So I guess I did bring it up. We got different shelves, different type of cabinets, props that you can set up in there. A lot of stuff you can do. A lot of stuff in here. We can put some more clutter in there if we want. It will cost you money, I guess, as far as to add these stuffs. So this is where I feel it might change in the full release. I guess as far as because you have to spend money on decorations, it would be kind of nice if you would get money if you sell it, you know, get rid of it. So we'll have to, that's still yet to be seen whether or not that's going to be the case. A lot of stuff to choose from here in the decorations. And that's all these are decorations. They're not functional. So this functional stuff is under here. So in the demo, you can buy the lathe, but it doesn't work in the demo. So that there are some tools in here like the engine stand and the crane. Those work in the demo. The charger works in the demo. We get that by default. But certain other tools do not work. So I found that out the hard way in my other initial playthrough on the demo day release. So a lot of this stuff that's in here, in fact, I think it puts a wrench next to it if it is functional, which pretty much everything in this category is functional. At least it will be. This is our repair tool for the body, which we can't do that. We can buy this, but it doesn't allow you to actually repair the body. So it just gives you an idea of how that's going to work in the full release. And this save play, which is a brand new one, I did the tutorials, the story mission cars all over again, just to get things unlocked. And I've been very careful to only focus the monies that we spent on the truck, just to see what we can update on it. So with that being said, I still got some stuff we got to buy for a fuse panel. So I'm gonna need 2 more of these, is it? Yep. We need 2 of these, and I already got this on the list, so we can check our list to make sure what I got on my list. One in the main shop. Oh, yep, I got that one on there. I got 2 of the bigger relays. Let's get those on the list. Apparently I missed those. We'll get that on the list. We got our servo. We'll get some fluids into this thing here momentarily. I'm gonna pull this guy out. Order that with so it really does make you, it forces you to guess as far as to manage how much you're buying at a time, because if you only buy one item and you do the instant same day delivery, it's gonna cost you. So you want to order as much stuff as you can, I guess, as far as to make good on that instant same day delivery. So that's something you have to manage now that we didn't have to do in 21. Like, you could just buy to your heart's content in 21. So let's do unmount. We gotta drain this first. That's right. We don't want the mess on the floor. We got enough mess on the floor. We have too many people coming in here and slipping on the floor. I want to try not to. We don't want people to hurt themselves. All right, so we'll put that on the list too, along with these relays. And I guess I'll put on my tires and wheels on it too. See, see, there you go. Thunder Lane, you found that slippery spot in there. I did spill some stuff earlier on the floor. I forgot to put the kitty litter down. My bad. That's my bad. Okay, so
it ain't got no gas in it.
This one doesn't have any gas in it yet, that's for sure. No, that's something else too that I'm wondering how this works. I'm assuming once the full release comes out, we're going to have to put fuel in the vehicle, because it does have a fuel mechanic on this now. So if you look at the information, it does have a thing in here for fuel, which we didn't have before. So I'm assuming as you drive the vehicles, like if you take it on the track or what have you, it's going to use fuel. So you're going to have to go to the gas station, I guess, as far as to do that. Whether or not, maybe upgrade your garage to have a pump to be able to put fuel in it. That's going to be something new. So definitely looking forward to a lot of those types of functions. So I think I'm going to get my tires too. So let's look at my list here. I want to get some new rims. We need 4 of these. Why is there only 3? I should have 4. Did I sell one? I didn't think I did. Or do I have another one to take apart? Hold on a minute. Oh, I forgot to take it off the thing. That's why. My bad. So we should have 4 of those rims. There we go. They want to get 4 of these. So something I haven't figured out, the fact that it puts the icon on all of these, it doesn't necessarily put 4 quantity, I guess, as far as in the shopping list. So let's go back to here just to double check. It only has the 1. Oh, so that's going to be a different store. So this is the main shop. That's another thing I've come to notice. So it depends on what shop you're in is going to determine whether or not it puts it on the shopping list. So that's the tires. But we got to go to the wheel shop. We got stuff here on the shopping list for that. That's put this little icon. If we go into this store, into here, that shows the rims. Right? but it only shows 1. Now, because it put the icon on 04, I haven't quite, I think that's a little bit of a flaw. I think that's something they'll probably have to fine tune on. But we will need 4 of these at 16 inches. We need them to be 16 inches. Yep. And then we want 4 of them. So let's change this to 4. Ooh, that's a good chunk of credits for those rims. We'll add that to the list. We'll do that as a separate order from the wheel shop. And then we also want to get some tires. I don't know if we got to get that from here or the main shop. But that's already in our cart. Alright, let's go here and let's do some tires. We'll do this. And well, once again, we're going to need 4 of those. So it marks them all this way, but only lists the 1 on the list. That's what I haven't figured out how that works. I don't know if I have to do it like this. I'm going to mark each one of them, even though it's got the icon on there. Let's see if it puts 4. And is that going to be in the main shop or the wheel shop? Look at it this way. That's probably going to be in the wheel shop. Okay, so it doesn't list it here. We got to go to the wheel shop, looks like. And let's check our list. So, yep, there's our tires. And it did list 4, so I had to go to each one. So even though it puts the icon in there, I had to click on each one independently to make sure that it puts the quantity 4. So, okay, that's word of the wise there. Whether or not they refine that before final game in the demo, that's the way it's working. Otherwise, you have to be conscious to know, I guess, as far as I need more than one item that... Yeah, it is good to know. So, does this already have the size that I need? 245, 50, 15. So yeah, it does already have the proper size on it too, so I don't have to change the size. Nice. And we've got our 4. That's 720 credits for 4 tires. All right, let's put that on the list. That's going to be for that one. Now, if we go this way... Oops. Hold on. Go back to here. That'll show we have those in our cart. Now, we didn't order our other stuff from the main shop yet. So if we go into this one, we have this stuff here in the main shop. We got our new windshield washer reservoir. We got 2 of the Type A's and 1 of those fuses. Okay, so that's cool. Should probably get those ordered. And because we're so late in the day, we're probably not going to get it today. It'll probably be for tomorrow morning. So once you get past 1,700 hours, it counts it for the next day. I guess as far as if you order stuff for that way, unless you want to do instant delivery, which costs you more money. So we have that option to go same day, or we can go tomorrow. I think I'm going to do next day, just to kind of keep the cost down. I think that's all I want to order. I think we're good. So we got our tires, wheels, those fuses. Already got the cover. I think we're good on that. So let's go ahead and make those orders. Oh, I gotta actually put these on shopping. So let's see, we need 1 container of those. It'll cross it off too to let you know that you did order them. So we need 2 of these. Yep, we need 2 of those guys. And it's already got it on the list. That's cool. And 1 medium, 1 of those. So that's how you know, I guess, as far as that it's ordered, is it'll cross it off. Now we need to go to here. We're going to finalize this order. And these will probably be for, like I said, the next day. Finalize. Goes right there. So it's going to be 08. Oh no, I guess they are going to be here for 1,800 hours. Okay, I take that back then. So we are going to get it today at 1,800 hours. Nice. That'll be 6 o'clock in the PM. I guess as far as for those that don't know military time. So those are ordered. And let's get this stuff here from the main shop. Finalize this order, so we'll get those same thing. Beautiful. Alright, so we'll get those here in just a moment. So we're already at 17:52. We'll get those there in about 8 minutes, game time. Pretty cool feature that they've added, I guess, as far as with that. Yeah, we'll be able to put this back on once we get those fuses. Some people don't, so we can put this pump and module on. Yep, got our pump and module. Let's get that on there while we're rating. Yeah, we got that from our previous order. So yeah, it definitely doesn't cost you anything if you just do the standard delivery. So maybe it is $1,800. I forget what time it'll count it towards the next day. Yeah, I forget what time it is that it counts it for next day. I thought it was 1,700, but I guess I was mistaken. So it might be $2,000, was it? I don't remember. But there at some point there, it'll count it towards the next day. It'll put 0,800. It'll let you know, I guess, as far as in the store, when it's going to be delivered, though. If you okay, so our delivery's here. Let's go check our delivery out. Nice big box. Well, what's going on out here? Got 2 boxes over here. 4 in here, 1 there. I don't know why I did it that way, but that's kind of weird. Anywho, so we got our parts. Let's get these put in here. So I guess one was for the tires, and the one box must have been for the fuses, and the other one must have been for the tires and rims. Must have been. All right, let's put our tires together. We can go over here and put these together. New rims and tires. Yeah, I think that's why they had the 2 separate boxes, because it was 2 different stores that we deliver stuff from. Oh yeah, you know what? Sprinkler fluid. We need to get that reservoir in here. Just remembered. Thanks for reminding me. So let's go in here. We'll put our bug juice container in, and we'll put that blinker fluid in. The nicest. So we'll put our blinker fluid in right now. How about that? Put some blinker fluid in right now. It's a combo. Windshield fluid and blinker fluid. All in one. We're putting it in right now. Just to satisfy that. Yeah, they really changed. They've updated on the fluid mechanics, so it's a little bit more fluidy, for lack of a better way to put it. Kind of nice the way they did that. So they're yeah, we put the muffler bearings in already earlier, so we just did the blinker fluid. So let's get our rest of our tires put together. We can do some balancing. Balance this guy. We can upgrade this to go faster. I'm not going to do that, but just to kind of show you what it is by default, it's pretty slow. It does kind of encourage you to want to upgrade it, because she is pretty slow. But it is a new mechanic. It's the way they got this design. It's a new design for the balancing, and they even added more time to have to balance it. But before, it used to be a maximum of 3 rotations. Now, like this one here had, what, 5? That's definitely a little bit of an upgrade on that design for the balancing. This one's got only 2. Then we gotta rotate. Now we can take it off. Nice. Let's get our other 2 tires put together. We'll balance those. Are you completely out there, Thunderlane? Did you drain them out? What I want to try here, but while that's one spinning, we'll balance this guy. That's what we've been able to do in 21. Kind of multitask. Just saving, I gotcha. But yeah, we can still balance while one's being put together. Yeah, we can do it. We definitely can do it there, farm guy. Yep. Sometimes you gotta do that. So, is that all the tires? Yep, that's all of our tires put together. And balance the last one. Like a glove.
Like a glove.
I'm kind of, we're kind of building up here as far as to be able to take this truck on a test drive.
What for?
Yeah, what for? We don't want to wreck our truck. We just fixed it up. Alright, so we got all of our tires mounted and balanced. Let's get these put on the truck. Same size all the way around. Gotta add that line in there. Gotta add that line. Yeah, they got the Corvette ZR1 type style rims on this truck. Who beat you to it? Wait, who beat you to it? No, you said it. What are you talking about? What you talking about, Willis? Oh, as far as hitting this. Oh, yeah. As far as hitting the pace car. Yeah. But you got to add that line to it. Yeah. Only? You got only? Got a few sanity points there. Farmer Guy's kind of racked them up there quite a bit. I mean, you have to. That's just commonplace. It's just it's almost required. Add that line to it. Yeah, we got really slow screw speed just due to our skill level. I don't know. Do we have any more skill points? Nope, no more skill points yet, so we can't. We might be kind of tapped out on the skill points for the demo, at least anyway. That's okay. We know we have. We will have the ability as far as to upgrade stuff. The more we work on cars. Cool. All right, so that's all of our tires. We can get her all the way back on the ground. I think the only thing we got left to do, which I think we might have enough funds to do, is fix up the body panels. Well, let's get some motor honey into this thing, as first let's even get her running. Let's get this puppy running. Oh boy, so it's gonna be a party over at Farmer Guy's place later. Keep it in mind there, folks. If you haven't followed Farmer Guy, as far as it's gonna be a party time over at Farmer Guy's place. I'll be sure to bring the beer. Somebody else has got to bring some munchies or something. Okay, so where's the dipstick on this thing? You call it a dipstick? Here, dipstick. Right on. I still got to do some shopping yet for that, but yeah, who are you calling dipstick? That's not nice. Where is the dipstick on this thing anyway? That's a good question. So if it's not on the oil fill side, where the heck is that dipstick? Oh, dipstick, where you at? Oh, there it is, right over on this side. Yep, we got adequate. Oh, you can actually spin it. This is something new. You weren't able to do this in 21. You can actually spin it. That's cool. Nice. So you can actually spin it, I guess, as far as... That's a nice touch. I don't think... I'm pretty sure you cannot do that in 21. Put some Gatorade juice in the coolant. Gotta keep this engine cool. We got that massive V8 in here now. Okay, so there's our coolant. No problem there, Thunderland. I appreciate you sticking around. We'll be back here tomorrow doing some NASCAR for Thursday. Still trying to finish up that second season of the Cup Series. I can't even see where that's at. Can't see the fluid. Oh, yeah, we overflowed it. My bad. And I'm assuming they're gonna upgrade. They're gonna. I don't want to put this. They'll probably refine, I guess, as far as on the lighting. Cause I could barely tell where that was at. See you until next time there, Thunderlane. I'm sure we'll probably see you for tomorrow. Put our cherry juice in here. So we got a busy day today, Farmer Guy. We got a lot to do. Put some cherry juice in this guy. Oh yeah, sure. Make sure you get in that raffle. So just 4 jobs. That's not too bad. Not too bad. So, where's the top fluids at? So, currently we got Thunder Lane in the first. Racer Batman holding on in the second. JB's in third. Farmer Guy holding on in the fourth. And we got Smootalini in fifth. So, if you don't see yourself in the top 5, get in that raffle. End of the month. For the end of the month, I guess as far as you can earn yourself a free gift to sub to the channel. You could also vouch, I guess, as far as to have somebody else subbed, or VIP for the next month. So we have those options. Okay, so did I order those parts? Wait, what happened? Did you... You weren't trying to... That was a good gamble, actually. What you talking about? Were you trying to lose all your fluids? Did we order those parts? I don't remember now. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. I thought I did order those parts or no? Do I have those parts? I don't remember now. Okay, let's go ahead and see here. Yep, I do have them. Alright, cool. Yeah, I forgot we did work on the tires. We got the 2 separate boxes for the wheels and tires, and then for the rest of our fuses and such. Cool, we're good. Got cover back on. And I think that's it for parts we got to install. Awesome. We should be able to see if this thing will run now. Been a long time waiting. Got her fixed up pretty well. So let's see if she starts. She's a runner. Cool. Oh, she got some giddy up. Oh boy, she got some giddy up. You can hear the turbos. We can even park it back here if we wanted to. I'm assuming they're gonna have it to where, not sure getting a sub there from Farming Guy, I guess, as far as, I don't know if not sure is in the stream, I guess, as far as, but appreciate that get the sub over to not sure there, Farming Guy. Now, I'm assuming back here, they're probably going to have it to where the scrap, if they're going to have the scrapping, I guess, as far as probably back here, I'm assuming. These might be a taste of some of the other cars we might be able to work on. That'll be in the game. It's got a nice rumble to it now with this V8. Hear that turbo. We're kind of limited on where we can drive. But yep, that's as far as we can go. But I'm thinking once we get released here, I guess as far as we'll be able to travel a lot farther than we can in the demo. This is the test path. Let's start the test. Here we go. Oh, we gotta go the other way. My bad. Yeah, there's definitely a wall there. Let's test out our new V8 turbo. So I am just using keyboard and mouse just for clarity. Bloop. And see, it kind of gives you a rundown, I guess, as far as of all the things. We can just run it right around the garage, so we don't go to a different location like we do in 21, I guess, as far as for the test path. But you can run right through all the stuff that we changed on this. It should be all 100%. Gamble all. Oh no, did Old Timer lose all the fluids? Oh no. Still got a little bit of time to get in on that raffle. So yeah, we got everything upgraded and replaced on the truck. They return to the earth. Okay, I guess I mean, they're your fluids. You can do what you want with them. So we can go like this to check all the pages. So yeah, everything's 100%. Go back this way. Cool deal. Yeah, so I got a pretty cool truck. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Continue. Nice. So only thing left to do on this, try and do on this anyway, is the probably the body panels. What do we got over here? We got the auto parts. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Can we do anything with this? I don't know if this is just here for looks, if that's going to be something we'll actually be able to interact with. That's pretty cool. I didn't notice that before. Our garage is right here. Nice, that's the back door. There's our delivery. So I guess when we order parts, store's right there. Wonder why it takes so long, I guess, as far as to get the parts then if they're right there. Anywho, so we'll private. Let's see if we can fix up some body panels on this thing. This thing sounds so killer with that turbo V8 in it. I like the fact that you can actually drive the car onto the lift. It's not like just spawning over there. And then Old Timer got some of those fluids back, I guess, as far as GG's on the raffle there, Old Timer. Was it just me or is that lagging? Game's lagging a little bit. What's going on with that? So we can sell all these parts now. This is all we replace off the truck. Let's do a bulk sell. There we go. Inventory's cleared. And we still got 22,000 credits. We're going to see what we can do to body panel. We'll have to replace these parts, not necessarily be able to repair them. Let's see what we can do here. I don't know if it's just me. I think the game is lagging a little bit. Got a little stuttery on me after doing on the test drive. So it was missing a tonneau cover on the bed, so we'll have to see. So that'll be welded. Take the tailgate off. I think you can weld the frame. We can buy a welder, and the welder does actually work, I believe, when I understand. Tail lights. Just seeing how much we can actually upgrade on this truck. Some headlights. Well, yeah, I think we'll get the welder and see if we can weld the frame. Get that all nice and clean. So to do that, we got to go to proper store. Go to this store. Go to tools, and we should have a welder in here. So that's the battery charger. Here's the welder, so we'll buy that, dude. Good chunk of change, I guess, as far as for that, but we're gonna try it out. And that's 8 in the morning. That's gonna be in the morning. Yeah, we'll do that there instead of the instant. That'll work. We'll have to sleep, I guess, as far as to get that delivery. Awesome. So let's go upstairs. We'll take a nap. And we moved our bed, I guess, as far as from that place there. Let's sleep until 8 in the morning. Right about there, that'll work. Good 9 hours of sleep. Oh, crap. Hold on. Pushed the wrong button. My bad. Yeah, really digging these day and night cycles, too. Really a lot more to manage. Okay, so we should be getting our delivery. Let's see what it says here. We should be getting that at 8 in the morning. Yep. Shows the time right below, I guess, as far as when it's going to be delivered. So we should get that out there momentarily. So in the meantime, we can order up some body panels here. So let's go into our inventory. Oh, the headlights in that are still good. Bumper on there. This light, that light. Trunk. Doors. Windows. Mirror. All this stuff will just need one of. And we'll get the plates too. I now got two plates. Cool, so the only thing we didn't have to get was the headlights. That was already in good shape. Alright, cool. So what we'll be able to do, go to here, we gotta go to the body shop. And for this truck, list. Ready then. So we won't be able to paint these. Only as a used part. So we can only get used parts, not necessarily new parts. Okay. So can we go to the used part market? Used parts market. Oh no. So if it's not available in here, then we can't get it. So we can't buy it as a new part, unfortunately. Well, that's a bummer. That's a little bit of a limitation to the demo. So the stuff we need, we can look at them this way to see if there's anything in here. So we're at the luck of the draw here, whether or not we have any parts for our sensor. DNB Censor. We got anything in here? Here, let's do this. Let's do a search. Do DNB. Whoops. The heck? Oh, my keyboard's acting up again. So DNB. There we go. And we got no parts in here for DNB. Right, put sensor. DENSOR. So nothing for sensors. We got no parts there. So unfortunately, we cannot buy the body panels directly. But here they are anyway. It does show which ones are on the list. So these are unavailable in the demo. Looks like we can get windows and headlights, but not the other body panels. But it does show what's on the list. It's just unavailable. So we can get tail lights. Well, there are some things we can get, just not everything. Oh shoot! I did that. That's two different types of tail lights. Okay, I see. I just realized that. All right, what the heck? We'll try them out. Because we're kind of limited on the other panels anyway. Let's get a new windshield. Didn't take that off yet though. That's unavailable. You can get a rear window. Headlights we didn't need. I guess as far as those were still good. Yep, we're still good on those. We can get these windows. Get it out of here. I got the. I take these off. Okay, so we can change that to 0. I just wanted to see how that works. Oh, I did take it off. What the heck? That was the B's. Let's take the B's off. I went to 0. It does take it off. Nice. Those windows are with the windshield. Okay, that's good right there. So I guess that's the only body panels that we can buy. For 10 o'clock in the morning. Let's go ahead and order those. So we get all this stuff. So yeah, just basically windows, headlights, tail lights, windshield, and rear window. Yeah, that's all we can buy. Okay, that's all we're gonna do then. So we're gonna have to put the other panels back on, I guess. So we did get some stuff here delivered. Check that out. So I couldn't even get the bed cover, unfortunately. Okay, so what parts did we get here? Wait a minute. Edition. Okay, what was that in that order then? What the heck? Confused here. What was in that order then? This was already good. What was in that order then? What the heck's going on here? What in the world? I forgot what I ordered now. I don't know what was in that box then. Let's do part mount. For crying out loud. Let's disassemble. Yeah, we can put these panels back on. Can't get those brand new. So unless it's in the used market, we won't be able to replace those, unfortunately. Those are already good to go, I guess, as far as on the truck. So I may still try to... Yeah, we were supposed to get the welder. That's right. That's what it was. We ordered the welder. Just remembered that. So we did order the welder. So I guess we got to go here. Add equipment. There it is. Yeah, so I was trying to remember what the heck I ordered. It was that welder. There we go. So let's get our welder. And let's just slap her here. Go. We should be able to weld the frame at least anyway. Yep. I already know. Let's go to use, and we want to move this over. We can upgrade it to here. Let's get it in the zone of that vehicle, and we should be able to weld it. Now we can hold it. So, holy crap, that's a lot of monies to weld that. 45.57. We're gonna do it. We'll at least weld the frame on it. Make that good. So, different design to the welder, too. That's welding the crap out of that. Fireworks. Definitely got a new animation for the welding. Does it just keep going, or what's the deal? Bet I had enough funds to do this. Does this just keep going? What's going on here? Oh, it shows the... So it's going to take 5 hours? Holy crap, that frame is pretty well messed up then. It's going to take it a while for it to weld it then. Wow, so yeah, it's going to take it a while for it to weld. It's kind of neat that it doesn't add the timer to it. I guess if I kind of let you know how long it's going to take. Oh my. Gonna take it till 1442 hours, I guess, as far as, but basically 20 to 3 in the afternoon will be done. That's definitely new. So it's not just like quick run on welder, I guess, as far as, and it's poof, it's done. So it actually takes time. Neat feature. So in the meantime, can we add any of the other parts, I guess, as far as while it's welding? Let's see if we can. And Big Vito coming in there. How are we doing here, Big Vito? Let's see if we can do... I guess we can't add parts to it while it's in that mode. So we gotta wait for that to get done. So we gotta keep that in mind if we want to get all the parts on it first before we actually weld it, or what have you. Because once it starts welding, I'm sure you can probably stop it. Action unavailable. Wait until operation is complete. Yep. So we gotta wait. We have to wait. Okay, we did get our other delivery here too. So while we're waiting, we'll go check our other delivery. This should have been for the body panels, the new body panels that we did get. The tail lights and that. Yep. New tail lights, new winders. Cool deal. But we still got to put these parts back on. Yeah, how's it going there today, there, Vito? We're just fixing up our truck. Yep. That's in-game time. So it's telling you right now. So in-game time it'll be done by 1400 hours 42 minutes. Right now we're at 10:15 in the morning. I think that's kind of neat that it actually takes time to actually weld it. So depending on the condition of the frame, so it's not just like, you know, boom, 30 seconds and it's done. 21, that's the way that was there. So the fact that it actually adds a mechanic in there, you have to manage that now. I guess as far as to say, if it's going to take longer, I guess as far as for it to weld, you can't do anything while it's welding either. So when it's in this mode, you can't do anything else to the car. So you have to keep that into consideration. But I think while we're waiting for that, I think we're going to rearrange some stuff. Yep, this is the 26th, the demo. We came back to the demo because we came to realize there was a lot more we could do in the demo than we thought. So we kind of revisited this here for today. I'm gonna move this fella. Going to our garage customization. I'm gonna move this fella over here. We're gonna do our engine stuff over here, I think. We got this this station over here for that, so I'm gonna put all this over here. Yeah, it was. There's a lot of big differences in this one here. So the one takeaway, the one big thing that's noticeable in 26 is you got a lot bigger garage to start off with. Whether or not that's going to be how it starts off in the full release, that's still yet to be seen. But 3 bays instead of 2. Oh wow, there's so much customization in this video. If you haven't tried it out yet, so just about every room you go into, you can move anything. I mean, some things are static, but a lot of this stuff in here, it's all movable. Like we can move this. That's why I'm going to set up my engine station over here. We'll set it up on this bay instead of over there, because you already got this station up here set up here for engines. At all? None of it? Yeah, this is a huge improvement to a lot of them. I think they've added so much to this one. A lot more immersion to it. So is that part of your reason for not wanting to? It's like I was a mechanic IRL. I didn't want to actually do it in a virtual sense either. These types of things here can be moved. I think I'm going to leave these here in this bay. So for our tire changing stuff, we're going to move our crane, engine crane. Let's move it from here. Here. So no matter if you go into the garage customization or just pick it up and move it, you have the 2 options. We'll move our crane over here. Let's rotate it. And let's put it right there. Cool. So that's all of our engine stuff. Now, there's some truth to that there, Vito. Like, I was really hopeful that they would added like a torque spec to a lot of parts, let alone a torque sequence, and that would actually cost you if you didn't. If you over torque something, it would actually break apart, and you would have to replace it or even attempt to repair it if you go too over. So far from what we're seeing, that's not the case here. So, but I do like what they have done with the modular engine builds. For example, with the fact that we took the V6 out of this one and we're able to put a V8, you couldn't do that in a lot of the previous renditions. It's like if you didn't put the swap into the config for it, you couldn't do it at all. So the fact that you can actually do that in this one, I think that's a huge improvement, amongst other things. Yeah, other than I'm not going to sell any of this stuff. We're going to put this back on the truck once it's done. So it's going to take a little bit. Right now it's showing 3 hours game time, so it doesn't give you the actual time, but it does let you know it's still going to be done at 1400 hours 42 minutes game time. But it is progressing. Now what's kind of a sad, I guess, as far as unless we have the parts in the used part market for the demo, I guess as far as we can't change the body panels on this thing as far as to buy new ones. That does kind of make me a little bit sad. So let's go to that used market and see what's in here. So we got to look for DNB Censor. I think it's pretty limited in here what's in the used car market. Yeah, we don't have any DNB Censor parts, which is our truck. Got everything else, but not that. But it kind of gives you an idea of how this used parts market is going to work. I think it's kind of even cool that they even have a used car market. Now I'm assuming they're still going to have the junkyard, so that can still be considered used parts as well. So still some things yet to be seen as far as how that's going to work. But I kind of like what the options do kind of present. See what else can we do in here. Yeah, there are some realistics to it. There are some things they still haven't added realistic, like I said, the torque spec and or torque sequence. That's a big thing for me. There's Dark coming in late. Well, if you had that car trouble, we can probably fix that radiator up for you there, Dark. How are we doing today? I think I'm gonna take some of this clutter out of here. I might take some of these shelves out. Leave this more open. We got our computer over here. This would potentially be where our repair bench should be. The only other one that I've seen with that much realistic is it's called Wrench. That game does seem to have those types of physics in it. I guess as far as to apply a torque spec in a sequence. Also to include, I guess, as far as to potentially break apart if you add too much torque to it in an improper torque sequence. That's the only other game that I've seen allows for that is Wrench. I was able to play that over at our local, our LAN arcade, I guess as far as they had that available, I guess at first I was able to try that one out. And that's the only other game that I've seen that allows to do that. Whether or not they'll apply that to this one, I don't know. Yeah, it's pretty limited on which engines you can build and such like that. It is very limited, I will admit. Yeah, so I don't know. They haven't shown in this one, Vito, how that's going to be. As far as, like, you know, you had the slider and you had to hit the mark, which would determine, I guess, as far as how well you repaired it. I don't know how they're going to do it in this one. They don't have any type of repair, park mechanic, you know, mini game or whatever in this in the demo. So that's still yet to be seen how that's going to work. From what I've seen so far of some of the other things like the tires, the way they've refined that, and even the test path, I think it's going to be pretty decent. I'm expecting it to be pretty decent with how you get the repair parts. So, say for example, you'll have a physical hammer or wrench or whatever it is, whatever, depending on the part, and you'll have to wrench on it to see if you can actually fix it. And you may have the possibility, I guess, as far as to break it in the process, I guess, as far as we're trying to wrench on it, instead of just having that dial go back and forth, I guess, as far as just hit the mark. It was very simplistic, I'll agree, I guess, as far as in 21. But again, from what I've seen, the way they've redesigned a lot of the deals in this, it's going to be a lot more involved. Which I think is going to be a nice added feature to it. We got a couple more hours on it. Glad they took the G's. No. And spark plugs, you don't have the ability to repair. There are plenty of parts that they had in 21 that you cannot repair, like spark plugs, for example. You have to buy those. Rubber bushings, stuff like that. Not everything you can repair, but there were some parts. But there were no, you couldn't. Not in 21. I don't know what version of 21 you were playing. Spark plugs, you have to buy them new. No, regardless if they were within that range of other parts to be able to repair. Spark plugs were never a thing that you could repair. Not for as long as I've been playing it. Rubber bushings are another thing. There are some stuff in 21, but that being said, that I wish were repairable. I can't think of anything off the top, but it always annoys me, I guess, as far as the parts that should be repaired aren't. I don't know. I don't know what part it could be, I guess, as far as, because even like ignition coils, you can't repair those. Spark plug wires, you can't. I'm talking about 21 when I say these things. None of those parts could be repaired. You never played it, you only seen it. Now, if you've seen somebody try to being able to repair spark plugs, they probably had a mod. That's what I would have to guess. But yeah, certain parts like that, base game, were definitely not repairable. Which I can 100% get behind. But I'm trying to think of some of the parts that I felt should be capable of being repaired, but they weren't. Like, there wasn't any consistency in a lot of the engines for camshafts, for example. Like, some camshafts you could repair, some you couldn't, just depending on the engine. It's like I'm hoping they have a little bit more consistency with repair for parts. Like if one engine cam can be repaired, then all of them should be, for example. I'm hoping they definitely correct on 21 in that regard. I'm definitely hoping so. So let's see. I'm thinking we're going to move some of these parts. Yeah, carburetors were repairable. I mean, some of the stuff that they had in there that it should normally be repairable were. So another thing, I guess one thing I can think of that wasn't repairable was like distributors. Like those can be rebuilt. A lot of the distributors in 21, you couldn't repair those. You had to buy a new one. So I think that was lacking in there. So it's yet to be seen what is going to be repairable in this game. I think that's what they're taking their time on. They're really probably try to refine how that stuff works. You know, what's going to be repairable and how you repair it. We'll just turn this around. That. Cool. And then this one, what do we got here? Let's move this guy. Yeah, this feels too cluttered over here. I just get rid of it. Let's see. Let's put it over here. A lot of adjustability. So you can just free rotate, or you can actually snap the rotate, depending on what your feelings are. I've got a generator over here. Nice. How many air compressors, portable air compressors, do we need? We got one there. There's one over here too. Yeah, there's one on this shelf. Got some propane. Yeah, there's another one over here. How many air compressors do we need? I'll get rid of this guy. Let's do a minus and get rid of that dude. Now, like we already pointed out, if you remove stuff in a garage customization, you don't get any money. Whether or not they'll have that to where you can make money off of that. Yeah, so it must be a Hank Hill thing. Probably a Hank Hill thing. I'm gonna move this guy. That's our oil change. How much time we got left on this? Oh, we're getting there. She's getting there. She even got a seat here. Move this guy. Yeah, the fluidity, I guess, as far as going from one mode to the other is pretty nice too. Liked it so far, so I'm gonna move this one. This, I don't know. I guess we can just put it on the back wall. Where I want to put this guy. A lot of options. A lot of options. Okay. Let's put this. I can probably move. I don't want to put it in front of the switches. Let's put it here for now. We can move our spring puller. Whoop, hold on. We gotta go. So for these fixed items, otherwise fixed items, we gotta go in this mode, and we can move it. Move this over a little bit. Cool. Kind of freshens things up here a little bit. So we did move this out this way. I feel like we can probably put that somewhere on this wall. We got our tires there, got a workbench there. Kind of almost feel we can take this shelf out and put that warehouse there. So it was originally over here. Might take some of this clutter out. Let's do minus, get rid of that. Maybe we'll just put it there so it's a little bit more visible.
We're going streaky! Yeah!
Yo, Dark coming in with the 3-stream streak. Oh, I sold that thing. What's the...
Sorry.
My bad.
Come on, everybody, we're going!
I sold that by mistake. Oh, I sold the access to the warehouse. Whoops. I guess that's the thing. I sold the darn thing, so I guess if you don't want it, I guess as far as you can get rid of it. Let's go back into this store. And let's see if we can reacquire that. So I think that's going to be... Is that under decorations? What was that cabinet for that? Good question. I don't know if it's got it marked accordingly. So yeah, once you do remove stuff, it's gone. New diagnostic tools. copier. Nice. A lot of things to decorate. So where is that cabinet for the warehouse? Is that under tools? Might be under tools. That's the coffee machine. Wait, does this actually work? I have to check that out. I wonder why that's under tools. Interesting. Yeah, here's the metal cabinet, so I don't know. Oh yeah, that does warehouse. It's got it marked here as warehouse. So they got two different styles. Well, this one's a little bit deeper, I guess. So you can get one that's a little shallower. You can even get a different colored oil drain. Wow. I wonder if that vending machine actually works. I'm gonna get this vending machine. Or this cabinet. So this one looks like it's... We're gonna do an instant convert on that. Oh, costs us a little bit to get that right on. Right, meow. Okay, that should be outside, and this one should be shallower. It's not as deep. So if we go, oops, here, and then add, and then there it is. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. So the stuff that I removed, it actually put it in here? Oh, I did not know that. So when you remove it, it actually puts it here. I thought it was completely gone. My bad. So I take that back. I guess as far as all that stuff that we have taken out of the garage, it actually puts it in this this version here. Can we actually remove it from here though? So it doesn't have the option to actually take it out of. Not one on the shopping list. So I guess there's no way to take it out of this here. Can't clear that out, so I guess it just dumps it in here, I guess. Hold on a second though. So I gotta upgrade my shopping list. Go shopping list. I'm gonna take this off of there. So if we go like this, go to more info, highlight it, and delete. There we go. It's got a few more steps, I guess, as far as to get things edited on that, but... Oh, are we done? I think our frame is done. So yeah, look at how much better the cab and the bed look now. Yeah, we couldn't upgrade the rest of the body panels. Alright, let's move this. Put the welder... Let's put this guy... I hate to cram everything on this wall, but I'll put it right there for now. Just for now. Alright, so she's welded. Took her a little while, I guess. First, let's get the rest of the body panels on her. Now that function's all done, we can put our body panels back on there that we can't repair or get new ones for. It's a little bit limited in the demo, I guess, as far as for that. We'll do what we can. That bumper back on. Tail lights should be brand new. So the cover, we weren't able to get that. It's unavailable in the store. We'll put our plates back on. That'd be really cool if you could put that bed cover back on there. Got some new winders. So I forgot to take this winder out. Take this old one out. Yep, put the new one in. This will have a clear view out of the windshield. Put that plate back on. Cool. Alright, so... Oh, we got the rear window too. Forgot about the rear window. Put our brand new rear window in. There we go. Brand new glass. And all the rest of that is all used stuff. So we can just do a bulk sell. There we go. Inventory's clear. So I think that's all we can do on the truck. I guess as far as, unfortunately, I guess as far as we did weld the frame, put that V8 turbo into her. It runs pretty good, I guess, as far as took her on the test track. Like to do, let's do another rip ski round now. We got all the body parts. Take it first. Oh, we got back out one day. You can't paint it, so that's another limitation in the demo. We don't have a body shop. No way to paint it, but we did get new rims, tires. We welded the frame, so the bed looks good. Bed and cab looks good, just not the other panels. I think we might even have the option, I guess, as far as to detail the interior. Interior looks pretty good too. Man, this thing's got some giddy up with that turbo in there. But there's only so many, so far we can travel. So this is all. Eventually, we'll be able to drive up there. I guess as far as within the demo, we don't have it available. And this thing's got some giddy up with that turbo. I love it. Taking on the test path again, so we gotta go this way. You hear the gears grinding too. That's kind of cool. Alright, let's take it on the test path again. If I am just using keyboard and mouse, this is for clarity. Don't judge my driving. And it gives you the rundown of everything. So we can switch this over here just to see everything is 100% replaced. We got a couple pages on that. Yep, everything is 100% other than most of the body. No. And you can really hear the whine on the rear end. He's got some pep in this stuff now. Oh! Trying to see if I can get it to do a donut. I'd be willing to bet if I was able to use my controller, might have a little bit more control over it. Let's see here. Yeah, this is on controller. Can't really do a tight turn on this. I could be able to do a donut. Oh, there we go. Got that four-wheel drive in that puppy. I don't know if there's any means to go to just rear-wheel drive. I have to check on that. Yeah, you can do a donut better going backwards. Definitely does donuts going backwards. That's kind of wild. I may be dizzy. I'm really curious now, I guess, as far as how far we'll be able to travel. It's going to be free roam, I guess, as far as I know for the most part, but it's going to be limited on the map size. It's not like a huge map. So, shouldn't expect, I guess, as far as to go miles and miles and miles. I don't know if, can we adjust things on the outside of the garage or just inside? Kind of curious to know now. I think it might only be on the inside. I feel like while I'm in here, I guess as far as I need to test these things out. our truck parked there. Let me see here. Let's go to here. Oh yeah, it looks like it's only on the interior. Can't do anything on the outside. Okay, so it's mostly just on the inside. You can see that light up on the grid. I remember on my initial playthrough on this here, I put like the engine stand and such over here. I've decided to move it in a different location on this one. I never did put that... Hold on a minute, we need to add... So now we got these two different cabinets. Let's try this one we just bought. This is a little bit shallower. We got a shallow one here we can use. A little bit shallower, it goes right underneath that deal. So we also have... We can put another one on this end, I guess. Let's see if we put the other one over here somewhere. So I think what we'll do... I guess when you remove stuff, it actually puts it into... I don't want that on there, but I took that off of there. I forgot where to put that again. So actually put it in our inventory, that's right. Oh my goodness, where did I put that? I forgot now. There's so many different things and I get lost in this. Garage editor. Plus and minus tablet. Where was that darn thing now? Tablet. Decorations tool. Decorations. Oh, for crying out loud. I don't remember where to put it down. Add. Oh, there we go. So this is all the stuff we've taken out of the garage. So I don't know if there's any way to actually remove it entirely from this here. So any tools that we have, we still have the other warehouse box. Decorations are here, and then this is just everything. So whether or not there's the ability, I guess, as far as to purge all this stuff out of here, I don't know. I kind of feel like this could get pretty cluttered in here, I guess, as far as if you didn't have the ability, I guess, as far as to purge it. Now that put that on the shopping list, I didn't want to do that. Go adjust our shopping list. Yep, we don't want that on there. So let's do more infos. Whoops, I always do that. It's going to take so getting used to. Take that off our list. Cool. Alright, well, I guess there's no way to get that out of that inventory once you remove it. So I guess I'll take back what I said, I guess, as far as once you remove it from the garage, it's gone. This actually puts it in that. Puts it in our garage here. Right there. This is everything we've taken out of it. I would want to be able to purge all that, because that could get pretty cluttered in here, I feel. You know, because the more you try adding stuff to the garage, in comparison to, you know, just trying things out there, you wouldn't want that all in there, I wouldn't think. Anyway, I think that's pretty solid here. You know, that's a lot to go over, just as far as to see what else we could do in here. I did find out some new things that we did not realize, I guess, as far as an initial demo day release. I'm kind of liking what you can adjust in this thing. In fact, we can adjust up here too. Let's put this down over here. Kind of tied it up here a little bit. We got a coffee table. Move this over here in front of the sofa. Cool. And let's put this chair over here. So you can do a free rotate, or even a snap rotate, depending on what your flavor is. Move this guy over here. I do a little rearrange. It's got some bar stools. Put that in front of the coffee table. Cool deal. We can even put some more of these lights if we wanted to. We can order those. What is this? Got like beer crates. That's nice. There's another stool. Put that over here. Lots of adjustability. I like it. You can actually stack stuff. That shows you the ability to stack stuff. Got all that junk in the corner. I guess that's a good spot for that. Cool. Yeah, I would probably set this up. You know, each bay would be doing something else. So like this might do bodywork. I'd make that for as far as like body panels and stuff like that. This would do tires and suspension. Probably do engines. Got that station over here. As far as that's probably the way I would probably do it. Not the only way you could go about it. I guess as far as there's a lot of versatility in this garage. But I had a lot of fun here today, folks. I guess as far as kind of revisiting what we missed on the initial release of the Car Mechanic Simulator 26 demo. Definitely a pretty excited, I guess, as far as for the release of this one, based on what I've seen so far. I'm definitely hoping they do refine on some things, but I think all in all, I guess as far as it's going to be a pretty fun game. So do appreciate everybody that did drop by and stick around, I guess, as far as for our revisit, I guess, as far as to this. We'll be back here tomorrow, I guess, as far as doing some NASCAR, trying to finish up that second season of our Cup Series. I can't remember where we're at, I guess, as far as in the season, but we are in the playoffs, I believe. We're kind of closing that season up. So, if you want to see any of that action, in that last minute webcam action in there, I appreciate the Racer Batman. Also, yeah, if you haven't done so already, you want to catch any of that action, hit the follow button on the channel, get the notification when the streams are live. We'll be exclusive here again on Twitch. Let's see if my social medias is working. They are posted to the channel. Of course it's not working. It never wants to work for me. It always waits to the end of stream, I guess, as far as to not want to work. So we're going to do it this way. Thank you, bot. I guess as far as we're putting it out there a couple times. Beautiful. Gotta love it. So anyway, that's I invite anybody to check that out at your leisure. I do like to let folks know what's going on in between streams. And definitely, like I said, we'll be back here tomorrow doing some NASCAR. We're gonna send this off to somebody. He's doing some other type of racing with some Forza 6, Forza Horizon 6. I guess as far as we're gonna go show them, I guess, as far as some love. So if you can join in on the raid, on the outro, I very much appreciate it. I hope everybody does have a wonderful rest of their Wednesday, and hope to see y'all again here real soon.